Good morning, everyone. Here we go, folks. Back to Vuelta y Burgos here, guys. Race is underway. Guys, I'm going to get better at this every morning. Every day I try to do that. It's a little bit clunkier. Already see there's 8 awesome people in the stream as I'm in my holding page there. Awesome, guys. Thanks for being here. Guys, 2025 47th edition of the Vuelta y Burgos. It's a 5-day stage race, Pro Series race. So you're going to see pro racers here, World Tour racers here, and even continental level guys. Currently, we are 36.5 kilometers into the race. I'm going to have to get my Starlink reset again. It seems to shut down. Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is it's a perfect time for me to do this because it shuts down right before I go live every day. Let's talk about yesterday for a second. Stage 3, tough stage. Lots of climbing yesterday. Let's have a quick look at this picture here. This is an image of Leo Bissau. I got this straight from the Vuelta y Burgos website, so all credit goes to them. Leo Bissau was in a 5-rider break up the final climb of the day. It was a little slightly uphill at the end. Slightly uphill. Yeah, it was uphill. And accelerated away from Isaac Del Toro, Giulio Ciccone, Pellizzari. Who else was there? I can't even remember right now. So let's go to the third stage. We'll look at the classifications here quick. Classifications for the third stage. So Leo Bissau won the stage yesterday. I was hoping to get some more details in this third stage. Let's get full stats, guys. Full stats. Rides for 2024 Decathlon AGTR Le Mondial team. He only turned professional last year. I think he's 20 years old, this guy. 58 kilograms, 1.81 meters tall. So he's a pretty tall dude. I'm going to guess he's probably about 5'10". Lean machine, 58 kilograms. You know what I got to say yesterday? Why don't we go back and look at that profile quickly for the finish there. You can see yesterday the finish. Oh, yeah, that climb right there. Yeah, that climb right there. That Category 1, Puerto de Orduna. Quite a famous climb in this part of the world. If you go to any of the climbing apps, you're going to find it there. We've got 11 people in now, guys. 11 people in. Stage 4. We got one more stage to go, guys. This is a tough one. We're talking about yesterday's stage, though. He attacked in the final kilometer with 4 absolute hitters yesterday. Just dropped them all. The only rider that tried to go with him, oh, that's right, the Astana rider, Lorenzo Fortunato. He did get out of the saddle, put, 5-6 really hard pedal strokes in. Then he realized no one else was going with him. He dropped them all, Leo Bissau. They all sat down. They all looked at each other. And guess what? He won the stage. So awesome job to him. Today we're going from Doña Santos to Regumiel de la Serra. There's a bit of a circuit at the beginning, guys. So if you look at the profile right now that's on screen, there's 2 spots here. If you look between kilometers 20 and 30, and then look between kilometers 55 and say, 68, you can see that hill profile repeats itself. I have looked at the map. There is a circuit. So they're going to head out, jump onto the circuit partway through it, come around, and then do the whole circuit again. The situation on tap right now, guys. This is going to be a day for the breakaway, I think. We're running out of stages. People want to score some wins. We've got 7 riders in the break right now. Rui Oliveira, Ben Zwihoff, Javier Romo, Damiano Caruso for Team Bahrain Victorious, Rui Costa here, the Portuguese rider, Nicholas Zubowski, dude, Q36.5 rider, Larry Warbass. Take a look at Larry here. Tudor. He's been around quite a while now, 35 years old, BMC Racing. Yeah, this guy's been through. Oh, he was even on Aqua Blue Sport. If you guys remember them, Aqua Blue Sport, I think was the team that quite a few years ago when they did, they were the first team to kind of run a 1x setup in the, at professional level of racing. Didn't go over that well at the time. Things have changed. Now you're starting to see more 1x setups in the hills, in the time trials. AG2R Le Mondial, then it went to AG2R Citroën. Then it went back to Le Mondial. Now he's with Two Door Pro Cycling. So teammate of Julian Alaphilippe's here. Obviously, Julian's not at this race. Then we have a couple of groups of riders on course. 35 seconds behind, we got Jose Maria Garcia, Who does this guy ride for? I think this might be a Conti rider. Yep, we got a Conti rider here. Jose Maria Garcia. Sorry, dude. Climber GC rider. And further back from that, there's another group. Oh, dude. No introduction needed here. Julien Bernard, son of Jean-Francois Bernard, rides for Lidl Trek. Just keeping an eye on things here, guys. Got 11 people in now, guys. Let's keep rolling on in. I just did put a little quick poll up there. Just a fun one. So the poll is, can Leo Bousseau win the race overall? Spelled his name wrong, too. I noticed that as soon as I typed it. I couldn't edit it. It's IAUX. Can he win the race overall? Probably not. Does his team right now think he can? What do you think the discussions were last night at the dinner table? We're going to take a look at the actual GC right now. So here it is, guys. Leo Bousseau. How did he get into this lead? How did this race evolve? He got in there. On day one, very first stage, when we went up to Burgos Castillo, where Isaac Del Toro crashed, hand came out, his hand got under, Giulio Cicconi's wheel. Pulled Giulio Ciccone down. Ciccone lost a ton of time. He lost like 1 minute and 20 seconds on that stage. Isaac Del Toro lost less than 15 seconds. He got up real quick. Ciccone was left on the side of the road, struggling to figure things out. That's why Ciccone was on the attack yesterday. So after stage, and in that stage one, Leo Bousseau finished 4th overall. So he's been attentive. He's been at the front. Watched the right moves. He's, very aggressive day one. So was his teammate. Dries de Bont, I think is his name. Is that right? Let me take a look at that, guys. I need to check that for you here. I might have just butchered that name. So Decathlon here. I'm not wrong. It's Dries de Bont. So Dries de Bont was on the lead that day. In the breakaway, I think, for most of the day. And then at the end, it was Jordan Labrosse for Decathlon who got 2nd. Leo Bousseau got 4th. So he's just been positioned well for the first 3 stages. Set himself up well on day one. Didn't lose any time to the leaders. And now look where he finds himself. Right now, he finds himself with this is actual GC after stage 3. He has a 22-second lead over Giulio Pellizzari, youngster from Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe. The other youngster, Isaac Del Toro from UAE XRG, Lorenzo Fortunato, and Johannes Kulset. I saw this guy hitting it hard yesterday too. Big shout out to this dude here. Let's take a look at him. 17 people in now, guys. Let's get in here. We will be doing a bit of a puppy patrol today, guys. Some of you may know I have a very young pup here. We just got him 1 week ago. He's getting booked into the vets next week. Shout out to this dude here, Andrew August, Ineos Grenadiers. Dude, you killed it yesterday. Absolutely killed it. Went on the attack. Got up with a nice little break up front. Did kind of fall out of the group. But man, what a great job yesterday. 19 years old. 19 years old. So basically, he went pro last year when he graduated high school. What was I doing when I was graduating high school? I was working some minimum wage job. Wondering how I was going to pay my bills. This dude, he's riding in the World Tour last year, Ineos Grenadiers. Obviously, development team. We could probably go back and take a look at his 24 year. Why don't we do that? So last year at the, this is Andrew August for last year. You can see his results here. Tour de l'Avenir. Vuelta. He rode Vuelta of Burgos last year and didn't finish it. So first year, they just threw him into it. Look at this. Wow, what a year. This is last year. That was 2024. Burgos, Czech Tour. I want to just confirm, guys, that I'm not seeing the same things over and over. Yeah, it's different. So he rode UAE Tour last year, Tour of Norway. That's this year. Man, they've got this dude racing a lot. They're really trying to develop this guy. Finds himself 9th place, stage 3 yesterday. So awesome stuff here. Yeah, I just love pointing out these new young riders. Guys, this is where you find them. You're going to find them at these races, these 2 pro races, up-and-comers. There was someone in the chat yesterday who said that they follow American cycling huge and that they'd never even heard of him before. So, here, I got to close that down. Can Leo win that? Sorry, guys. I'm just kind of fumbling around here a bit on my YouTube. Here we go, guys. I haven't even been watching where we are. Tikala Nichols, bonjour, guys. Checking in from Lyon. Good morning, Tikala. Good to see you again. I'm going to bounce back here again. Get right to the race itself. We'll get into the live stats, guys. It's probably sweltering hot. I think when I jumped on this morning before the feed even started, it was 30 degrees Celsius on course for the riders. Expected highs of 35, 36 degrees. You know, you might be looking at this thinking, wow, this looks like it could be a sprint finish. It's almost 1,800 meters of climbing today. Actually, you can see it dropping right now. We will take a look at the detail profile here. So this is what we got going on, guys. What you're looking at right now, there's no points here. This is not a categorized climb. Here's our situation. Essentially, we have 4 groups on the road. Our breakaway group of 7. Some young guys there for the continental teams. Who is there? I thought I saw there was a continental. No, that's Jose Garcia. So he's riding solo, trying to catch up with the front group. Then we got Julian Bernard, experienced. Larry Warboss, super experienced. I think Nicholas Zugowski here, 27 years old, Canadian guy. He's from Quebec, Saint-Lucie des Laurentides. So he's from Quebec area of Canada. 36.5. Rui Costa, this guy's been around a long time too. 38 years old this year. I wonder if he's got retirement in the future here. There's quite a few hitters that are retiring. I just heard something about Ineos Grenadiers. Geraint Thomas obviously retiring at the end of this year. I think there's 3 Grenadiers retiring this year. So they got to start bringing in young talent. Javier Romo here, 26 years old for Movistar. Just going to browse through these riders here in the lead. Rui Oliveira, I think he's a UAE rider. He is a UAE rider, 28 years old, from Portugal, so he's close to home here. Good Palmares here. So yeah, you can see the climb, guys. So a lot of people look at these and go, well, there's only one categorized climb today. There's only 2. There's lots of climbing, though. They've got bumps coming up. Let's take a look between kilometers 38 and 48 into the race. You can see here. False flatty all through this 1% and 2% gradient, downhill, and then a quick spike up this wall at 12% gradient. More climbing, 7% average probably through there. So pretty tough stuff. What I'll do here, guys, I'm going to come back here for a little bit, get some information about stage 4 for you. This, again, straight from the Vuelta Burgos website. You guys can check this out too. Here's a better look at our profile. And you can see here, bottom of the profile screen, there's a place called Quintanilla del Coco. Then over here again, halfway through the stage, you'll see Quintanilla del Coco again. Well, how does that happen? And if you look at the profile right before the feed station here, that's the musette bag and the garbage. The hill that's right before it, you can see it again right here. It's not exactly the same because they're coming onto the loop halfway through it or something like that. So when I look at the map now you get a better idea. We're going to be starting in this place, Burpelay. We start here. We come onto the loop. We probably hang a left. We loop around. We're going to hit that Quintanilla del Coco climb, if you want to call it that. It's right before we get to Quintanilla del Coco in this area here between looks like Tejeda and Quintanilla del Coco. There's a climb through there. We're going to loop around, hang a hard right, do the whole thing again. Then we're off to the races with our categorized climbs at the end of the day. But this is going to do some damage to the front end of the peloton here. Let me fly up here, guys. I just need to see. Okay, you are seeing the map. Going to bounce back here again. Just keep an eye here. I'm going to go through the chat. Morning, Colin. Not daylight yet, but gaining cycling knowledge already. Awesome stuff, Robert. I gain it every day too from you guys. You guys say things to me. Okay, this is interesting. Julian Bernard right now on the timeline, kind of the feed as I like to call it, has joined up with Jose Maria Garcia. So we got a World Tour Pro from Lidl Trek, 33 years old, joining up with the youngster here, Jose Maria Garcia. Well, he's not youngster, he's 26, but he's on a continental level team. So he's been riding continental level now for 4 years. So it looks like this guy came to cycling a little bit later in life. Wasn't on the I'm going World Tour Pro at 19 like Andrew August looks like he is, or already has done. So really cool to see that. Average age of the riders in the break today. The break, 32.3. Peloton, 27.2. What does that tell me? I just think the break will be a combination of young guys that are trying to prove something and also wily veterans. They know how to get into the breaks. They know how to escape. They know this is that type of day. Most of the GC guys, our GC crew is quite young. When we look at the actual GC, let's look at Pellizzari. Well, we can put Leo Bissot in there as well. He's young, 20 years old. Giulio Pellizzari, 21 years old. And these are not just names that are just sitting there. Isaac Del Toro, I think he's 21. Fortunato, I believe he's Fortunato's 29. I didn't know that. Okay, so Fortunato's a little bit older. What about Ciccone? Okay, he's quite a ways down the standings. He did move up quite a bit, I think. 30. So I guess it's a mix in the GC standings. But yeah, I think it's the wily veterans trying to get away. Coffee time, guys. Okay, let's just bounce up a little bit here, guys, so I can see what's going on. I need to close this poll here. I can't see anything now. I got this poll open. Okay, nope, let's do that. Okay, so Tikala's checking in from Leon. Robert's here. Yeah, dude, I learn something every day. Shaka Khan, let's go. We are in the pipe, 5x5. Julie goes, Julie? Who's Julie? Joey Jojo always says, what does that even mean? We got good communications. Hear you loud and clear. Let's go. It's also a line straight out of Aliens. You guys know that part. We are in the pipe, 5x5. So yeah, Puppy Patrol is on. He's downstairs. I think he's gone back to sleep. Either that or he's eating TV remotes. Could be one of those things. Andrew August must be living in Europe somewhere. Belgium and Nice seem to be the hotspots. Probably some roommates sharing a cycling pad. Yeah, dude, can you imagine? Can you imagine? I think when I graduated high school, I got a job at a company called GeoCable. GeoCable? I think it was GeoCable. So it was a couple that my mom knew. She babysat their kids. She's like a daycare provider for them, right? And I guess she was kind of their housekeeper. The guy had done pretty good. He was making seismic equipment, repairing seismic equipment, and making equipment. So here in Canada, geophysical exploration. Some of you guys will know what this is. Set off sound waves in the ground, and it identifies things underground. And I'm not talking like 30, 40 meters down. I'm talking 500 meters to 4,000 meters down, depending where you are in the basin. Saying Yvonne Kobo here has just been caught. There's still riders trying to bridge up, guys. So we've got 7 up front, 2 chasers, Julian Bernard and Jose Maria Garcia, and Yvonne Kobo. It has just popped up that Kobo was caught. Peloton's 2 minutes, 45 seconds back. So yeah, I worked at GeoCable. They're like, okay, Colin, you're a young dude, straight out of high school. I mean, graduated school late June, 1987, guys, 1987. The next week I was working at this company. And so we repaired cables and geophones. And he had a whole setup. He made all that stuff there too. Well, he made the cables. So he had this huge extruder thing. Back then, these cables would have 128 pairs of copper wires twisted. So each color was like a pair. So there'd be like white orange, white blue, white green. There was a color code to it. And it would keep descending down. He made all that stuff there. It was a really cool operation. I'd love to go. I don't even know if that guy's probably dead now. That's actually kind of horrifying to me. Okay, take a look at this. Number of PCS points per season up to August 8th for Roger Adria, Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe, who was the leader. No longer in the lead. Looks like he's been racing for 5 years here. 2025 so far. He's got 212 PCS points, guys. Not UCI points, but they're similar. Similar, but not perfect. I'm going to get to the chat here, guys. Oh, yeah, so long story short, worked at GeoCable. First job ever. I think I made $5.25 an hour. And Andrew August is riding the World Tour. Loser. Andrew August, absolutely killing it. Oh, that's it. Swoosh Kid. Dude, I'm glad you caught that because I looked that guy up a couple days ago. Yeah, this dude here is the same guy. It's the same guy, dude. I made up a long story about him. You may not have been around Swoosh Kid when I made up the story. Guys, I like to craft stories. It's what I do. So Swoosh Kid here saying this Ben Zwihoff in the Breakaway must have taken off racing for 8 years. Yeah, I look at his Palmares here. I look at the teams he's been on. So he was actively racing in 2012 for Bergamot Racing Team. He's a German, okay? And then for 8 years he vanishes. How old would he have been in 2012? Wow, that's a while ago, isn't it? Okay, that's easy to figure out. That's 13 years ago. Yeah, he would have been 18 years old. So he was racing in high school. Maybe he spent 1 year racing out of high school. Then his dad got mad at him and told him, you got to get a real job. You got to get a real job, dude. So he's like, okay, Dad, what do you want me to become? Dude, I need you to become a dentist or a doctor. Okay, that's what I need you to do. He vanishes for 8 years, goes and gets his double degree, whatever it may be, in whatever he's doing. And at the same time, he's been actively training in the background. School, this. His dad's like, forget about that cycling stuff. Next thing you know, he goes straight from club level in 2020 into World Tour Team Bora Hansgrohe. So I think that's really cool to see that. And guys, I mean, like, all these club level races are tracked too on Pro Cycling Stats. So, it's not like he just vanished and was racing everyone. No one knew what he was doing. Maybe he was just training all the time at a high level, just like dedicated to it. So yeah, he vanished for 8 years. So Swoosh Kid, I'm glad you caught that. I showed this yesterday too. He just appeared out of nowhere. I'm like, what? How do you disappear for 8 years? I'm thinking school. That's what he did. It's my story. Colin, I watched Bike Tire Ride yesterday. You hosted. Dawn, I think the one you're talking about. So that Bike Terror ride yesterday that you saw, I think you said cool Bike Terror stuff. That was a race I did full commentary on. So I was not in that race. That race would have been, I believe, an OTR virtual events. It was a hill climb. So, and I did 2 rides real close together. I did a Mount Palomar climb, and there's also another one, which was a Mount something or other, both in the U.S., so I get them confused in my brain right now. So yeah, Dawn, that's kind of how I started doing my videos. Obviously we're doing pros here, continental level riders here. Wow, Rui Costa 38, Damia Ano Caruso 37, Larry Warbass 35, Julian Bernard, who is not in the very front, but they're going to be there soon, guys. He's 33. You know what? Those guys up there, Damiano Caruso, Rui Costa, Larry Warbass, they're like, yeah, let's get Julian up here too, man. That gives us 4 powerhouses at the front, 4, super experienced veterans. Put in the front crew and let's roll. Let's roll. Let's let the young guys at the back, let's let the GC sleep. Man, they're cruising to 47k an hour right now. They covered 51.2 kilometers in the first hour and 5 minutes, and now we're getting into the rollers here. They're currently on the second loop right now. If I come back to the stage, guys, right now, if we look at this here, the Quintanillos del Coco, love saying that. If you're looking at the profile in the section, I forgot to change my pointer again, but it's okay. I think we go through the feed point through the second time will be around kilometer 70, in that range, somewhere in there. If you look at the map right now, I want to show you where they're at. So here's Quintanillo del Coco's over here. They're somewhere in this part right now, finishing up the climb for the second time. Just looking at the profile. So again, the part they're on right now is the full loop. This climb, you can see the first part of the profile is not exactly the same, but the second half of that climb is. It's exactly the same, the profile. That's how we know they're on the second loop right now. And then they're out to the countryside. Again, look at kilometer 85. Here's an uncategorized climb. To me, that looks like a Cat 3 to me. They got a Cat 3 at the end, 5.3 kilometers at 4%. We're going to dig into those quickly. And then also, right at the very end, this is the breakaway jumping point right here, 7.6 kilometers at 3%. It's kind of another one of those double climbs. It's actually steeper than that in the locations. We're going to take a look into that soon too. So right now, guys, 3 minutes 14. The Peloton has just let off the gas. They're like, okay, let them go. Partly because there's no real risky riders here. There's no one that's really a threat to the front end. Also to, say, Decathlon, they're sitting in the front end going, you know what, we're going to bring them back. Del Toro's not going to let these guys walk away with this race. Anyone else that's there, Pellizzari, they're not going to let all these guys walk away with the race. Best placed rider right now would be Julian Bernard. He's 3 minutes and 30 seconds behind overall. With a 3 minutes and 14-second gap, I think that puts him tied with virtual GC right now. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at the virtual GC right now, see if I've called that right. No, haven't called that right yet. I don't think they've updated it yet. Stage 4 virtual classification. I'm sure we'll get to that here right away. Coming back. Guys, really looking forward to the Vuelta again. España. I did a lot more research on it yesterday. I will be putting a preview show together. It's going to be Sunday or Monday, I believe. Sunday or Monday. Probably Sunday would be the smart day for me to do it since there will be people at home. Okay. Okay, when we look at hello. Yeah, so Don, that was a Bike Terror race. I think that was actually an OTR virtual. I think they call it the Climb Club. That might have been the Climb Club or it might have been a race. I can't remember now. That's a few months back. But yeah, all the people in that race, those are real world people. Sitting in their basements or wherever they are. Some guys set their trainers up outside. Some guys have it in the back shed in the UK. They take like a tiny little back shed and make it like their little fortress of solitude back there. And they train out there. And everyone's riding together. I've always loved doing commentary. And so that's how I got started in doing my things. Not on Bike Terra, on another platform. 314 back right now, guys. Okay. Oh, look at this, Robert. Dude, thank you so much. Ben Zwiehoff was a cross-country mountain biker. So, Robert, can you see stats right now without me digging into it? Was he mountain biking the whole time? 36 watching, guys. Let's ramp it up. Drew Schaefer's back. Drew's back in the mix. Hi, guys and gals. Colin. I'm getting ready for a 4-day raft trip on the Colorado River. Ruby, Horse Thief, and West Watkins. Dude, that sounds amazing. Hopefully the weather's good for you. Looking for some hot temperatures, 90 Fahrenheit, splashing in the water. Hopefully the coolers are stocked, if you get my drift. So yeah, Robert, I did not know that at all. I'm just looking at pro cycling stats. I would have thought some of that would have shown up, but maybe not. Drew, so I won't be here much today, but we go Sunday driving to Loma, northwest of Grand Junction. Okay. He's getting ready to head out. So he's gone, I think he said 4 days. Yeah, 4-day raft trip. So he'll be gone Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I believe. Drew, you can catch up on the Vuelta preview chit-chat I'm going to do. It's going to be a live chit-chat, guys. So I'm going to have all the maps open. I'm going to have my final decision for my climbing application I want to use. We're going to talk about all the stages, kind of go through it all. It's kind of a different Vuelta this year. One, they start in Italy. They spend 4 days in Italy and France. They actually, I think on the 4th day, they cross into France. Medium mountain stages, nothing too massive. Then they transfer overnight and they go to Andorra. And that's where the fireworks start going off. They spend probably 99% of it outside of Madrid at the end is all across the northern part of Spain, all through, you'd be going up through the Pyrenees, then through the Cantabrians. It looks like they even get to the Galician mountains. Then they zip down back into Madrid itself, which is smack dab in the middle of Spain. Okay, I think it was a climb club. One of my neighbors has a bike set up. Yeah, I believe it was a climb club. So those are like weekly events that are put on. Yeah, Don, you'd be surprised how many people have these virtual setups in their garages. It's wherever you can make it work, right? Okay, awesome, Dream. I've been looking at that too. So, guys, here's another one from Dream. She's the ultimate source for me for cycling in the women's world. August 15th, 16th, and 17th is the 3-day Tour of Romandie Feminine. So I've already been looking at it. Dream, I actually started watching it yesterday. I was looking at last year's because I didn't see it. I don't think they had any commentary for it, though. So it was on Flow Bikes. Oh, I did see that. I think I have seen, yeah. Demi's there. Elise Chabet's there again. Evita Music's there again. Guys, these are names I never would have known if it wasn't for doing Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift. Yeah, FDJ definitely have their 18 there. So Evita, who I think finished 9th. Elise, who got the Queen of the Mountains jersey. And Demi, who got 2nd overall at Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift. No Eliza Longa Borghini, okay. So, Dream, what do you think's up with her? Just kind of waiting on decision? Yeah, okay, here's Drew. He's got the coolers packed, the dry ice, the frozen lemon, etc. Rosé. Oh, yeah, let's get it, dude. It's Friday, and I'm feeling like that myself, guys. Feeling like that myself. Feels like it might be, a fun night to have an early celebration this week. Why? Just celebrating all the stuff I get to do here, guys. I love doing this. We'll be working on some stuff in the setup here. Guys, I have one of these funky things. If you know what it is, this is a Stream Deck. I've been given direct orders from the boss, Joey Jojo, to get my Stream Deck up and running. It's just fun for doing fun little applications. You know what it's really good for? You can put on sound effects. You can flash things up on screen really quick. There's a bunch of buttons on here. You can see there's 15 buttons, and you just tap it. So you might actually have it set like sounds. So if you tap this one once, it'll open your sounds menu. And then at that point, you're in the sounds menu, and then you would have 15 buttons available for any sound effects, things like that. It could be like a bell clanging when we get to the 1 kilometer mark, something like that. It's just a matter of getting it all set up, getting all the files. After this, okay, what's UA doing? No Squibity and, okay, yeah, no Squiban and Dominica. I started seeing it yesterday, guys. We can probably take a look at that later. Look at that. Lidl Trek also have their A team, so that would be Neem Fisher Black. I think I did see Neem was there. So yeah, Dream, I did look at it quickly. I might have been looking on Pro Cycling Stats even. I think that's where I was looking at it. Movistar too. So yeah, all the teams that kind of had, less than what they expected at Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift are probably going out to get a win. Probably going to get a win. Okay, guys, let's take another look here. So those two that were chasing the chase group have not got back on yet. They're not back on yet. They were getting very close. They were down to 25 seconds. So it'd be really cool to see these 9 get together and just form a real nice working chain gang. Just power through rotation on the poles and let's go, boys. 3 minutes and 14-second gap right now. And I'm going to just keep going through the chat here. Drew, Tour de l'Ain yesterday, rode up Lelex, France. I skied there a half dozen times. I was catching that one. I don't think I saw the finish of it. I don't know if you guys saw yesterday too. I did an Arctic tour of Norway. Sorry, the Arctic race of Norway yesterday as well. I jumped on right after the stream. I think I did that for 1 hour and 15 minutes. Corbin Strong, the New Zealander for Israel Premier Tech, first place. And his lead out man got second place. Forget his name offhand. So yeah, it looks like Dream saying, don't know why UE entered their B team. Yeah, wiped out. 41 people watching now, guys. Let's ramp this up for the weekend, guys. Let's ramp it up. We got one more stage after this. Guys, I've got so many plans. So you're like, I'm looking at this. This takes me through Saturday. Sunday might be just to kind of, well, I'm sure I can find, I think the Arctic race of Norway. I think it finishes Sunday. I think Poland finishes Sunday. I still want to do my Vuelta preview. I'm guaranteeing you I will do a Vuelta preview. I want everyone to jump in and give me thoughts on the stages. Van Empel is back with the future goal. Van Empel, I think, is Visma Lisa bike, correct? Again, guys, I'm not the expert on women's cycling, femme cycling. Dream is. Saying here, Kladanova, 18. Canyon have 18 minus Dygert. Probably Dygert, I mean, I think she beat her leg up pretty good. I did see an interview with her. I think I was on Ruler yesterday reading. And she's like, I'm not risking my leg. Basically, like, it's just too painful for her. So, former teammates. Oh, check this out. Here's a cool stat, guys. Again, this is all from Pro Cycling Stats. Rui Oliveira and Rui Costa were teammates at UAE from 2019 through 2022. So for 4 years, these guys lived and breathed everything together. So there's going to be ex-teammates that know each other well. They know how each other rides. You know what? They're frenemies now. They're working together. They probably give each other one look and go, yeah, man, we're here. We're here. Let's do it. Let's do it. We've got Rui Oliveira is 18 minutes behind overall. Rui Costa is 26 minutes behind. These guys are free for the breakaway today. Rui Costa right here. EF Education, Easy Post Rider, World Tour Rider. Wow, this guy's kind of done it all. This guy has kind of done it all. 5-time stage winner at the Tour de Suisse, Abu Dhabi Tour. He won the GC in 2017. I do remember that. 3-time stage winner at the Tour de France way back when, though. 2013 and 2011, guys. That would have been like the Andy Schleck era, I believe. World Championships in 2013. Bingo bongo. There we go. So they'd see each other in the break like, yeah, man, dude. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. And in this group right now, top specialty for riders in the break, 5 of the 7 in the break are considered GC riders. That's kind of their specialty. That all goes from their rankings in events. They get a kind of a classification as to what they are. Oh, Robert, I saw that too. Dude, I was thinking that. Dude, I thought the same too. Tour of Shekerland streaming now. Where the F is Shekerland? I thought the exact same too. I look at that and I think, is that in South Africa somewhere? That's all I could think. But yeah, where the F is Shekerland? I'm pretty sure that's on Flow Bikes right now. Gigante is in without Justine and Kim. Okay. Molman, DeShepper, and Zygarde are in. So Kim Lacourt won't be there. Justine Gekere, I can never say her name. I'm just going to go with that. Justine G. She probably liked that as a nickname. Justine G. She's not there to assist. Yeah, I'm sure FDJ is going to demolish everyone. They have to now. Read lots of articles, I don't know why there's all this stuff against Demi Vollering. They say, the articles are saying she's a drama queen, she's this, she's that. I mean, it's just sports. Romandy is kind of stacked. Okay, Dream, that's the one I've already planned on doing that. So we're going to get through this guy. And then next week, there's a couple going on. There's Tour of Denmark. That's a 2 pro level race, guys. We're going to see a ton of Danish riders there, some World Tour teams there. Pro Series teams, and I think even a couple of Continental level teams. Okay, so Movistar has a chance. Dream, who's there in the Movistar lineup for Tour of Romandy? I probably won't. Oh, Movistar, Marlon Reusser. Bingo. Yeah, if she's there, they definitely have a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. Yes. Marlon Reusser will be there for. Leanne Lippert. See, Dream, I do remember these names. I do remember the names. Okay, guys, things are sitting stagnant right now. We're 100 kilometers to the finish right now. We're just about coming out of the circuit loop before we head eastwards now towards the 2 climbs. What I want to do as well is, guys, I'm going to jump into here. We're going to look at the profile, the port altimetries. So hopefully you're seeing this right now. We're going to have a quick peek at it. So these are the 2 climbs we still got to go to today. Again, this is from the Vuelta a Burgos website itself. Just stats here on the climbs. I'm going to have a coffee sip as everything catches up. 2 climbs to go still, guys. So we're doing them in order. The Alta del Collado del Vilvester. Looks like it's about 5.2 kilometers, and they're saying average of 3.9%. And just looking at that, I'm like, yeah, that's a pretty chill climb. That's nothing too bad. Little flat section in the beginning part. Someone might try to jump over that. Go on the flat here for that 1 kilometer stretch to get away over the top. If they can get away over the top, they could be off the races. Second climb of the day, though, is a bit different. Again, this is one of those deceptive climbs again. So 7.7 kilometers, and they're saying 3.3%. But take a look at this middle chunk between 4. Well, it's hard to say where it is because you can see here, yeah, it's going to be quite steep. So between 4 and 6 kilometers, it's a negative gradient. So you got a negative 5% for 1 kilometer. You got a negative 1% for 1 kilometer, which actually includes some of the climb up. So probably 300-400 meters you're still climbing. Obviously, that's not a negative gradient. This part here on the backside must be 10-12% to bring that down to that -1. But realistically, you could take this right out. And then if you took that out, this average gradient goes way up. You're looking at more. Let's drop out 2 kilometers. I'm going to say it's 5.7%. Sorry, 5.7 kilometers at 6% gradient. That's what I'm kind of seeing. if I take out those 2 kilometers in the middle. Hope that makes sense, guys. This is kind of how I'm looking at things here. Ooh, Javier Romo has the most PCS points for the season so far. I'm going to take a look at this dude right here. He's a Spanish rider. Rides for Movistar. Now, go down his Palmares here, and you can see here, Tour de Suisse, for 39th place overall, he got 10 UCI points, 5 PCS points. The UCI points are like the ones. That's the ones you want. He's had a great year here. 2025, he now has 460 PCS points. Wish that would show his UCI points there. I'm not sure how you get to see that outside of looking here. Tour of Romandy, 10th place overall. A lot of good stage performances there too. So GC rider, climber hills, one-day races. I thought I saw a TT here. Individual time trial 36. So he's not, the best of the time trials, but he's far from being the worst too. I would give him a little bit of a time trial boost. I guess they gave him a tiny bit here. Little bar blue there, you can see. What else has this guy done? Santos Tour Down Under. Second in the GC. Who remembered that? Someone here put their hand up and say, yes, I remember that this dude here, Javier Romo, got second at Santos Tour Down Under. That's 400 UCI points, guys. Yeah, hitter. First place on stage 3. Wow. So maybe that tour, the Tour Down Under, is his kind of thing. It's a hot race. Is it hot? No, it's actually their winter there in January. Anyways, had a really good year. So that's Romo here. He's in the breakaway. Only 5 minutes, 26 second down, too. So he's kind of like the second guy that's a threat here to the GC. Now, they're not going to get away, but I'm cheering for him anyways. Dream. Oh, I know why Dominica and Mava are out. They might be at the Tour Poland Feminine same week, if I recall correctly. Okay. Yeah, I didn't even look at the Tour of Poland Feminine yet. I don't think I have access to that here. I'm actually watching the Tour of Poland right now. It's on as well. The big crash a couple days ago. Anyone watch the Tour of Norway yesterday? That sprint finish was really good. Surprising how well they stayed up. No, I didn't see any crashes in about the hour and 20 minutes I watched yesterday. And that was all video feed I had to see. But it looked like they were about to crash at any second. Yeah, Sheila's got it right here. Sheila Newman. So much rain in the Norway race yesterday. Is it another hot one in Spain today? Yeah, Sheila, it's roasting here. They're saying the forecast is 35, 36 degrees. Weather during the race here, I can pull that up for you. Well, maybe it's came down a bit. It says 29.7 right now, going to 32. So that would be 90 Fahrenheit. But the forecast I saw in Burgos itself, maybe it's hotter in Burgos, maybe down in the valley. It's sweltering there this week. So 95 Fahrenheit every day. And 95 is about all I need. If I get 100 Fahrenheit, well, that's Vegas. And that doesn't even really count because in Vegas, people aren't outside during the day. They're all in AC. So if you're doing something outside in Vegas, you're doing it at 6 o'clock in the morning. Dream. So Eliza Longoborghini 2 is out. Useless to just participate with little help. Oh, okay, because the team is so weak as it is. They're sending the B team. So what's the point of sending her for her to do all the work? 48 people now, guys. It's Friday. Let's rock. Let's rock, guys. Okay, still got our riders. The gap now is out to 4 minutes and 15 seconds. Let's have a quick look at the actual virtual classification on the road right now. Julian Bernard is now in second place overall. You can see it here, guys. Take a look at the chart that's on the screen here, or the list. You can see Leo Bissot is still in the lead technically. Like if they ended the race right now. Julian Bernard has moved up 33 positions with this move today. He's gained 3 minutes and 30 seconds back. Same with Javier Romo here. He's gained 4 minutes and 15 seconds back. That's all going to change by the end, guys, but it's kind of fun to look at right now. There will be time bonuses at the finish. What I'm looking for, are there any points out on course? Yeah, there is. Just found it here. Palacios de la Serra. We got time bonuses here. We got 3, 2, and 1 seconds time bonus. right before the start of the second last climb. And you can see here between kilometers 40 and 60, that would have been on the second loop. Take a look at the profile here. Kilometers 40 to 60, roughly. The Breakaway really put a beating on the Peloton. They've really accelerated away from them now. 4 minutes, 15 seconds. So the Peloton's going to have to start thinking about doing some work to start bringing them back. Looking at the time. Oh, I don't have my phone with me. It's charging over there. But we won't have video feed for a little bit still. See what time it is? So guys, it's currently 20 after 6 in the morning. 20 after 6 in the morning. I gotta make sure I turn all that volume down. Yeah, 20 after 6 in the morning. So they've taken a huge gap. Over the last 20K, they've dragged that lead. You know, say from kilometer 35 to kilometer 60 something, they've gained like 3.5 minutes on them. Showing it here now, guys. Hilarious to me. I was just talking about this, and now it gets flashed up on screen here. Virtual general classification, Leo Bissot, Julian Bernard, second place. He's gone up 33 places today, guys. Love it. Love all the stats here. Probably the best place to find all your live stats is Pro Cycling Stats. Okay, Don's asking, what's the humidity? It's 88 Fahrenheit in New Jersey, but 90 with, but 80% humidity. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, that's gruesome, Don. That is gruesome. 88 Fahrenheit. Guys, I woke up this morning. I'm downstairs in the man cave with the puppy sleeping because we already have a bunch of other dogs in the house. And he thinks it's party mode all the time. So I've got him trained already late at night. Somewhere after 8 p.m. at night. Come on, buddy, let's go downstairs. He just runs downstairs, jumps up on the couch, he sleeps all night, and he's sleeping through the night now. Okay. Robert's got the... so Dawn, yeah, sweltering hot there. I went upstairs, Dawn, it's freezing in the house. It's been raining all night, apparently. We tend to keep a lot of our doors open. So, like my front door, I've got one of those magnet things with the fly netting, the mesh, so the dogs can go in and out. The other dogs, took them about a week to 10 days to not be afraid of that thing. The new dude, he just ran through it. He's like, I'm going through, man. I'm blowing right through there. I want to call him Trucker, but we still haven't decided officially on his name. Oh, what did we decide last night? His name changed. Oh, now Joey wants to call him Hetfield, James Hetfield from Metallica. So yeah, that's sweltering hot, Dawn. Yeah, exactly. Thank God it's Friday. I feel like making it a Friday today. Do the stream. Do the Arctic Race of Norway. Race to town, get food for the piggies. I'm out, so I got to get going there right away. Get home, clean up whatever the little pup destroys, get on the bike, and then try to enjoy Friday. Have an early Friday evening. Thank God it's Friday. Robert here. Shekerland is in central Romania, Transylvania. What a lovely looking country. Who knew? Yeah, dude, I've never heard of Shekerland before. Dream. Bissot is only 20 years old. And you know what? I loved it yesterday because you got like the main GC contenders for the race. He just destroyed them yesterday. He absolutely cracked them so hard on that sprint. They were just all like, who's going to go here? Who's going to go? Chances of him winning are low, but man, I would love to see him win. Instead of it just being the Isaac Del Toro cakewalk. I don't want to see that. Just looking through some stats here, guys. So they should be out of the loop now. They'll be out of that loop I was talking about, guys. I'm going to jump back here to the map again. So here's that loop I was talking about. They went through Quintanilla del Coco 2 times. So they left the start, headed south, went west, north. Then they went on to the loop. Part of the loop on the profile looks exactly the same because you're going to ride it twice. The first part of the loop, you're only riding a portion of it. So it's this loop here they did twice. And now they're probably heading out to Santo Domingo de Silos right away. Coming back to the live stats here. Gap still growing, 4 minutes, 22 seconds. That chase group out front, though, the 2 riders, like they're just doing a lot of work for probably maybe no reason. They're 1 minute 25 seconds back of the 7 up front. They were down to within 25 seconds of them at one point. I thought they were coming back. In my mind, I'm like, those guys up front here, Julian Bernard's coming. They probably, let's get some more power. Then again, they're probably thinking Julian Bernard rides for Lidl Trek. He's the best place rider overall. With him in the group, Lidl Trek may not let them get away. Trek Segafredo, wow, he's been a Trek guy his entire career. Trek Factory Racing as a trainee in 2015, August 1st, 2015. It's funny here too. I'm seeing all this. Maybe it's just the way they do it. 3 times now in just this race alone, using Pro Cycling Stats, I've seen guys being designated as a trainee from August 1st. There was a guy yesterday, Mario Silva, and a guy I think on day 1. Mario Silva has been a trainee since August 1st of this year, and he was in the Breakaway yesterday, compete with World Tour riders. So Julian Bernard has spent his entire career with the Trek racing team, some sort or another. Jumping out of there, 422 from the front end to the back end here. Will the break make it to the finish? That's what they're asking here on the poll. If Julian Bernard gets there, no, they won't make it. Who's next best? Javier Romo, right there. Which teams are going to come to the front first? I won't be able to tell guys till I get my video feed. Because right now, just looking at all these wonderful stats, I can't really see what's going on. I can't see who's working on the front unless it tells me. And I'd rather see it myself. Okay. Dawn, I had one of those 2 dogs and get out. Bugs don't come in through the screen door. Yeah, except it took the other dogs, honestly, 10 days. They would just stand there and look at it. What do we do? What do we do, Dad? How do we get through that door? And the little guy just comes up, hits it with a paw, rolls right through. So on the front side of my house, so I have a bungalow, so it's, wide. A 2-story, narrower. This is a bungalow. I'm out in the country, so it's kind of like a ranch style, if you want to call it that. 1 level, main floor. And then right beside that, I have an attached double garage. I ended up building a dog enclosure all along the entire length of the house, and then the entire width of the garage. So even the garage is, I think the garage is 26 feet wide. The house is probably more like, I'm going to say 50 feet for the bungalow, I think. Just guessing. So it's like, a 75-foot long run. It's probably 10 to 12 feet wide. It's all enclosed. It's all gravel. They have shelter out there. But he just runs in and out all day. I'm like, where is he? What's he destroying? He's outside just chewing on a bone. Perfect little dog so far. Basso signed until 2028. He's got an 3-year contract. Yeah, I think he's going to be an absolute winner for them. They scored there with that guy. Let's take a look at Leo Basso again. Here he is, 20 years old. Fontainebleau. That's the name of the casino in Vegas. The newest casino in Vegas, guys. Yeah, it is the newest. World Tour team. So he was development team in 2024. So they've been scouting this guy, I think, for a long time. Rode with AG2R. So he's been in their system for a couple of years. Went to the development team when they merged with AG2R. Okay. What has he done this year? So they've got him out there racing, guys. He did the Basque Country earlier in the year back in April. Just watching, looks like Visma's putting some hurt on at the Tour of Poland right now. So there's a race here early in the year, Perry Camembert, 1-day race, 0.1 level race. 5th place in that. Got UCI points for that. Then he gets 25th at the Basque Country. Tour of Romandy. Okay, so he started the Tour of Romandy, didn't finish it. Something happened there to him. He did the prologue. Oh, they had a prologue. I didn't even know that. So it must be like a short time trial. Tour de Suisse. Back in June. Tune up for the Tour de France. 35th overall. Nice performance for a 20-year-old. Then at the French Championships, 14th in the time trial. So he's not really a super strong individual time trialist. DNF the road race. 14th place at San Sebastian, though, last weekend. And now First place, Vuelta a Burgos. So, look at this for him. He's like, I had a mediocre French time trial. Then I didn't even finish the road race, probably all bummed out. Sits around for all of July. It says he didn't do anything for July. Decathlon's racing at the Tour de France. All of a sudden, picks up a 14th place at San Sebastian Classic. That's a tough race. And now finds himself leading the Vuelta a Burgos. Like, how the tides change. How the tides change, guys. What goes down must come up. That type of thing. Could be a bargain. Definitely. I named my last dog Judy after the RockShox Forks. Tony C. finally in the mix, guys, here. Hey, Tony, good to see you, dude. We're back at it. Stage 4, Vuelta a Burgos. Guys, I think this is a really cool race, and I'm hoping, you know what? The Spanish love this race. They absolutely love it. They've got commentary of it. I think they have it on TV every day there. But it's probably just local TV. There's not a lot of coverage of it, so I'm hoping my little channel here can help get some more exposure, at least to the English-speaking world. It's kind of hard to follow races when you don't have no idea what they're saying. Teams, this is Tony, and teams keeping expectations low for some with designation. So team does not have to answer for them, maybe. Okay, I'm just trying to understand what Tony's saying here. Okay, we'll figure that out. 51 people watching now, guys. 4 minutes and 42 second gap. GC Peloton is just letting this go. I guess they're thinking we're going to pull it all back on the climbs anyways. How far will we get out? I think the front end is just going. I'd love to see some average speeds here between the front and the Peloton. Average speed overall, though, guys, is 45.6 kilometers an hour. Like, that's insane. We've been racing for an hour and 41 minutes. We've been climbing all day long. Super punchy course. This is not an easy course at all. We've been dipping down as low as 900 meters. Probably climbing up to 1150 so far. So up and down. On that profile, you can see it. Downhill, going up, back down again, to climb again, to come back down. It's never staying up high. It's always going back down. Group 1 is now on the climb. Let's see if this changes at all here. We are on like a gradual climb now. Okay. Awesome. I love seeing stuff like this here. Guys, you can see the interest in the riders. I'm going to slide this up so you can see it better. Profile hits today for riders in the break. This is the count from Pro Cycling Stats itself of people that are looking this dude up. Javier Roma, like, who's this guy? Well, now you know. He said 805 hits today, people checking him out. Obviously, Ben Zuyef is everyone that's in the break. It's people like me looking at it. Yeah, so Leo Bissot. First place overall. We will take a look at the general classification again. Okay, so this is all changed here. Now they're showing Julian Bernard. Yeah, so Julian Bernard is losing time. He's not in that front group. I think he's going to slowly drift back. Let's go through the top 10, though. Virtually right now, Leo Bissot in first. Giulio Pellizzari del Toro, Fortunato, Johannes Koolset, Giovanni Elotti, Urca Barate, Andrew August, Ineos Grenadiers right there. Javier Romo. That's a dude who's in the break right now. That's the Movistar rider. Egan Bernal sitting in 11th place. Julian Bernard is in the second group of riders who I'm sure we're going to start falling back. They're 2 minutes behind the other group now. Let's have a quick peek at that. Yeah, they're 2:05 behind the leaders. They're going to slowly drift back. What I can say, though, is Julian Bernard up the road. Well, let's take a little look at Julian Bernard here, guys. Well, what we can do is let's do it this way. Oops, I'm in the wrong spot. We want to go through this. Start list. Why is it important for Julian Bernard to be up the road? Let's look at his teammate. You guys already know the answer. I know you do. Julian Bernard's up the road here. His team leader, Giulio Ciccone, might be using him as a satellite rider later in the race. He's got a lot of ground to make up now. I think he's like 1 minute and 20 seconds back on the GC. So, but that's just something I'm thinking in my head right now. They're going to put him out front. Maybe Ciccone can go on an attack later. Let's look at the actual GC here. Ciccone is 16th overall, but he's 136 down. So this is going to be tough for him to get away with something. Now, if they don't react, Bernard could be up front trying to get away, but they're slowly pulling him back right now. The front group of 7 are getting away. The second group are being pulled back ever so slowly. Now you can see the profile here between kilometers 78 and 88, which we're on right now. They're on this climb right now. Actually, it's going to start right now. So what you're seeing on the screen there, that little zoomed in profile, that's what they're going to encounter. A couple of steeper sections, but nothing too hard. Again, I'd call all this false flatty here, but this would get a categorization. This hill probably is categorized somewhere. Robert, yeah, I forgot that Rui Costa was world champion 12 years ago. Not a memorable world champion, those dark years. Yeah, that's true. Okay, Tony. Gotcha, dude. Gotcha. I see what you're saying now. Yeah, sometimes I read stuff, guys, I'm like, huh? It's something what I've said. You said that you saw a cyclist noted as a trainee from August 1st. That was my point about keeping expectations low. Yeah, I think it's when they first bring them to a World Tour team. They get designated as a trainee. What I did notice, Tony, is that I've seen 3 riders in this race designated as trainees. They've all been on August 1st. So it must be something kind of like the transfer season. You know, there's never any transfers before August 1. There's rumors of it. Then they all kind of become official after that. It's like an unwritten rule. No transfers before August 1. So probably the same as the trainees. Maybe trainee has a different status too. They probably get to pay them less. That's my guess. So 4 minutes and 40 seconds. I think at this time that the GC's got to start thinking, okay, that's enough. That's enough. I bet you if we had some video feed, they're all probably riding block across the road, all the teams. Actual GC, let's take a look at that again. Decathlon's probably sitting up there. Red Bull, UAE, Fortunato's teams right there. They're probably all just looking at each other. Okay, who's going to start working? Who's going to work for this? They're going to expect Decathlon to. But Del Toro is the big favorite coming into this race. So Decathlon could play it that way too. Well, dude, if you want to win, you're going to have to start chasing. We're the smaller team here. You've got a team with a $60 million budget to a team that probably doesn't even have half that. UAE's just got too much money available, guys. Too much money available. We got 61 watching now, guys. Awesome stuff. Designated trainee. Oh, Tony's designated himself as a trainee. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. I don't even know if I'd be considered like a car driver for them right now. My training's been so sporadic lately. So got to get on the bike today. So I have to go to town though first. If I go to, well, no, I'm not going to do that. Well, okay, so I do have to go to town first today because I have no food for those piggies that are outside. We have 6 young pigs running around. They almost run around like rats out there. So I got to get them fed. Get home, jump on the bike. Probably thinking a Zwift ride today. Do my Zwift weekly ride. I do usually probably ride Zwift 2 to 3 times a week. Ruby, Bike Terra, throw that in there too. There's some really good routes on there. Sitting stagnant now at 4 minutes and 40 seconds, guys. 2 riders are 2 minutes 35 seconds ahead of the break, and then we've got 7 riders at the front, absolutely killing it. Best placed rider there is Javier Romo. At this point here, I'd be thinking, wonder what his team's telling him. What would his team be telling him right now? Start list. Let's use on Movistar. Movistar here. Actually, they don't even show a full team. They only list 5 riders. Javier Romo, Diego Pescador, Antonio Pedrero, Jefferson Alvaro Cepeda. Take a look at this dude here. 29 years old. Did the Vuelta this year. Did the Giro this year. 34th place overall. Paris-Nice. Didn't finish that one. That was way back in March. Gran Camino, 7th place. Volta Valencia. This is a good one. 7th place overall at this one. So this guy's a strong rider. GC contender. GC rider style, I guess. I don't know who the rest of their team is. They should have 2 more riders showing here. One-day races in hills for John Berencia. Yeah. T and an X. How do you pronounce a T and an X? Ooh, 66 out of the 132 riders in this Vuelta a Burgos do not have a pro win. Yesterday was Leo Bissot's first pro win ever. So he's got number 1 under his belt. It's only looking better and better for him. Let's let that sit. Let me have a sip of coffee here, guys. I will probably do a coffee run once I hear Joey Jojo get up. I don't hear my house being torn apart. So Puppy has probably gone back to sleep down here. You know, all these young dogs, it's either like, I don't hear any noise. Either they're destroying everything, or you just find them and they're just sleeping and you're like, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, so we'll just jump over to Arctic Tour after this. I actually don't even have a stream set up for it, so I'm gonna have to figure that out real quick. I don't think I have anything ready for it. Yep, so Doña Santos to Regumiel de la Sierra, 163 kilometers today. Gap still sitting stagnant, 4 minutes and 40 seconds. You see here they're climbing their way up. Okay, just looking at some stuff here, guys. And waiting for my feet to come through. I'm going to start looking now. Okay, says live. Yeah, that won't be live for probably, looks like another half hour, I think. 20 minutes. 20 minutes, I'll be able to tell you what's actually going on. You need eyes on. You need eyes on the video to see what's actually going on and catch little details that are going off there. We got Poland still going on right now. I'm sure a lot of you are watching all 3 of these races or all 4 of these races. Arctic Race of Norway. Yeah, all 4, maybe even 5 races. We've got Tour of Poland still going on. We've got Tour de la Haine. We've got the Arctic Race of Norway. We've got Vuelta y Burgos. And we also have the world famous Tour of Shekerland. You go up to Count Dracula's castle. Dude, Angel, who's back? Dude, Angel. Dude, you know what's crazy? I thought about you yesterday. I'm like, where's that dude from Mexico? Where's the dude from Ensenada? Dude, no, I think maybe, are you in Tijuana? Del Toro sitting in second place overall at the moment. Is he second? I mean, he might be third. Yeah, Del Toro right now is 26 seconds back, tied with Lorenzo Fortunato for third place, essentially. Giulio Pelazzari from Red Bull Bora-Hansgrohe, 22 seconds back. Leo Bissot here for Decathlon AGTR Le Mondial, first place. After yesterday's explosive attack, 1 kilometer to go to the finish. 5 riders, all of those top GC guys were there. He just dropped them all. Went on the attack, and I think they really screwed that up yesterday. So yeah, greetings everybody from Angel here. Angel. And Don saying greetings back. Okay, we're still sitting stagnant at 440, guys. I need more time checks. Oh, wow. Check this out here, guys. Check this out here. I want to have a quick look at something here. Wow. Insane. This is insane, guys. This is a really cool stat. You're not going to get this kind of stuff other places. Like, I can read it. You guys can see it here. The earliest participation in the Vuelta a Burgos for competitors in this race, check this out, 2008 by Jonathan Castroviejo. Now, that is an Ineos Grenadier, and I do know for a fact he is retiring this year. Let's see. Usually they say retiring. Oh, it says right here. Take a look at the top right-hand corner of it's probably Jonathan Castroviejo, born in Spain. Oh, wow, check this out. Born in Spain, place of birth, Gexco, however you say that. A T and an X. Please, Spanish speakers, let me know how you say that. That race was on last weekend. The Circuito de Gexco was on last weekend, right before the San Sebastian Classic. So I'm going to say right away, he's a Basque rider. He's from the very, very north end of Spain there in Basque country, up in the Cantabrians. Top right-hand corner, he retires December 31st, 2025. And what's I'm seeing here, his program, you can see on the right-hand side again, no races on the program. So right now, technically, he's not registered for any more races. I'm sure he'll be in something. So Jonathan Castroviejo won a stage at the Tour of Romandie in 2011. European individual time trial in 2016. So he was the time trial champion, I believe. National championships, multiple wins, 6 wins of that. Stage of the Volta El Algarve, that's an early season race. Yeah. Had a really good career. So he was back here in 17 years ago. He was here competing as a 21-year-old. Okay, Don here. It would be cool to be the mule for a pro team. I used to be the mule for my bike club. Yeah, there's always guys that are the domestiques. Angel here. I'm from Tijuana, born and raised. Dude, here's my question. This is probably how I was thinking about yesterday, dude. I'm like, how did they find Isaac Del Toro? How do they find a young dude? Because he's super young. How do they find a young dude who's racing bikes in Ensenada? Like, how, is there scouts there looking for him? Is there a huge race scene in Ensenada? I don't think so. All I can think maybe is that he was able to go into, like, say, California, Southwest U.S. there, and get involved in racing there. I know nothing about the racing scene in the Baja. Nothing. It's probably not really best suited for bike racing. It's all desert there, hot, dry. Tour Shekel in chat, only Asian characters, hard to read, but I think they're saying, where's Benny? Robert, that's a good one, dude. That is so good. So good, man. Yeah, then put in 50 Eritrean flags. Guys, that's a joke back to Tour de France. Robert was there the whole time. Every second question was, where's Benny? We'd be climbing the Tourmalet. Can Benny win today's stage? Nah. Sorry, bro, he can't. He can't. Drew gets a good laugh out of that. Yeah, where's Benny? It was every day. X. Okay. Anilio. Okay. Dude, I knew you could help me. X is a ch sound. So that race, what was it called? Gek. Wow. I have to go look at this. Jonathan again. So Gek, XO would be Getcho. Man, it's simple. TX is a ch sound, so Gexco would be Getcho. Is that correct? Getcho. Oh, check this dude out here. I knew there's so many lurkers that are just hiding and they don't want to say anything. But, dude, this guy right here, thank you so much, dude. We got, dude, I like your name here. Mexicanosin. 1465, not 1464 or 6. It's a 1465er for sure. Designated Mexicanosin 1465. He was found on mountain biking. Okay, dude, I had no idea about that. So that makes sense. They probably saw this guy mountain bike racing in the mountain bike standings. They saw his power numbers somewhere. Maybe you can find him on... Was he on Strava? So that's another scouting tool. You see big numbers on Strava. Okay, let's take a look at this dude. Is he real? Oh yeah, he's real. Getcho. Dream. Is Benny changing teams soon? Actually, there's talk of him changing teams. I think the latest I heard was maybe Astana. What have you guys heard? Getcho, the Angel here, Angel saying that sounds right. Getcho. Okay, TX is always a ch sound. Okay, dude, sorry for my crappy Spanish. I try when I'm down there, but the names of places are very hard, especially that when they slap weird letters like that together. Oh, dude, yeah, Robert. I think he'd do better as a team like there. I think he would honestly too. Like a team like Soudal, I agree with you 100%, Robert. They're like a lead-out train team. Astana? No. I mean, they did have Mark Cavendish for what, a year? Maybe 2? How long was Cavendish at Astana? But I don't think they're built for that right now. So Robert's saying, as strange as it sounds, Benny might do well at Soudal. I think he'd do better there than Astana. Tough team, the Wolfpack, kind of built for lead-out trains. Dream saying, yeah, give him a decent train. Wolfpack Benny, yeah. I like that. He is a good sprinter. He just doesn't have the Jonathan Milan 80k an hour sprint. Okay, Dawn saying here, I heard Benny may go either to Astana. So Dawn's heard the same room as me or Ineos. Okay. Ineos is going to have to go through some huge rebuilding. What's going to happen with Kevin Vauquelin? We've got retiring. So, sorry guys, I'm stuck here on the Jonathan page. But that's okay. He's retiring this year. What's this saying here? Wow, so cool. Most profile views on day one. Jonathan, he had 32,000 views yesterday because he won the stage yesterday, and people are like, who's this dude? Yeah, people are interested. Who is this guy? Hitter. Decathlon. Decathlon has found a gem in the rough, guys. I really like when these smaller teams find superstar riders. Let's hope he develops like that. But yeah, so Arkea. Who am I thinking about? No, that's wrong. Kevin Vauquelin is on Arkea B&B Hotels. It's Total Energies, I think, that's merging with Grenadiers. I think they're doing a full merger. Robbie's back. Hey, Robbie, good to see you, dude. Robbie's jumping in here, guys. Hey there, guys. Robbie, so we're on stage 4 of Vuelta at Burgos. Really good race so far. We got a decathlon rider who basically smashed the GC contenders yesterday. Sprinted away 1 kilometer from the finish. In that group was Giulio Ciccone, Isaac Del Toro, Giulio Palazzari. They were all there. Plus Lorenzo Fortunato. The decathlon rider is probably like the least known rider in that bunch of 5. 1 kilometer out, he just accelerated. They had no response to it. He's currently the leader of the race. Actual GC, let's have a look at that again, guys. Get there, Leo Basso, first place for decathlon, AG2R Le Mondial. Giulio Palazzari for Red Bull, 22 seconds back. Isaac Del Toro, Lorenzo Fortunato, and then we've got an Uno X mobility rider. So again, great job for Uno X here. I mean, these guys are going World Tour, guys. World Tour team next year, I believe. I think they're very close to being there. 7 riders up front. Guys, we're out to 5 minutes now. So we have 7 riders in the front group, a lot of experience up there. Damiano Caruso's there. Damiano Caruso was... This is interesting, guys. Damiano Caruso was in 5th place. He bounced to 4th place after stage 2. I don't know what happened with him yesterday. I can probably look at his stage results for yesterday. So after stage 3... So day 1, he was in 5th place. Day 2, he was in 4th place. After stage 3, he's 12 minutes and 43 seconds behind. So what happened to him yesterday? He lost a lot of time yesterday. Finished 80th overall. That last climb must have really got to him. Something must have happened out on course that we never saw on video. Still waiting for my video feed to come through, guys. I think well, it looks like we're about 9 minutes away. But yeah, it's 5 minutes from the front group of 7. Julian Bernard and those guys are still out there. They've actually pulled back some time. 2 riders, Jose Maria Garcia. That dude there is a continental level rider. Is riding with Julian Bernard for Lidl Trek. They're 146 behind. It's a further 3 minutes and 15 seconds back to the Peloton. We have 74 kilometers to go. The climbing's still to come, guys. We still have over 1,000 meters of climbing elevation to do. So yeah, Robbie, welcome aboard. Robbie Rogersberg, what's people's thoughts on Pog? Do you think he's up to no good, or he's the first of a new breed of pro cyclists coming up the ranks? Yeah, dude, I've heard lots of talks about it. Like, you guys probably all listen to the same stuff I do. It's kind of like the new era. Like, the new era is Poggy and Jonas. The rest aren't there. They're just not there. The Bernals and, like, how would Bernal... it's hard to say. Like, if we took peak Bernal 2020, when he was 21 years old. So when did Bernal win? Bernal won the Tour de France at the age of... So he won in 2019. That was 6 years ago. He won the Tour de France, I guess, at either 21 or 22 years old. I believe he's 28 right now. If we took peak Bernal then, Tour de France winner, would he compare with Poggy now? I don't know. Something... This new era, whatever the new era is, guys, it's different. So there's kind of like that split off. I think right at COVID, the year the world shut down, it's new. There's something new. Up to no good, or he's the first of a new brood of pro cyclists coming up the ranks. Yeah, Dream here. Bissot dusted the GC favorites. Yeah, he walked them hard. He went... And like I said yesterday, Dream, I saw it live. I love watching the live footage here. Situation at, yeah, okay, so they're still showing that. It's 225 back now from the front group to the second pack. I think Julian's just sitting there as a satellite rider. Maybe Cicconi's going to try to light something up today. He's got a lot of work to pull the GC back, but he might be able to go on an attack because he is 136 down. He's 136 behind overall. Currently, second place at the stage, I think, is 22 seconds back to Pellizzari. So Cicconi's got a little bit of freedom, perhaps. Robert, World Tour teams often have a hard time finding the big sponsors to provide the big money. Aside from that, cycling seems like a healthy sport. Lots of races, plenty of athletes. Yeah, it does. I think it's pretty healthy. It's just not big in Canada and North America. It's just not. You know, you have to fight to find coverage of it. Whereas I think this Vuelta at Burgos, this is like the biggest thing happening here outside of the Vuelta. I mean, there's so many races here. It's such a big thing. It's kind of like hockey in Canada. Hockey in Canada, if you're going to become a hockey player, your parents have you in skates playing hockey. Let's call it competitively. There'll be leagues. There'll be kids playing at 5 years old. That's why Canadians become so good at hockey. We start them young. It's just like the same as any sport in the world. You get kids playing baseball young, they'll become good baseball players. So that's the thing in the States, right? They play baseball probably all throughout junior school, junior high, middle school, high school. We don't play that here. I don't know one person that played baseball in high school here. I know probably 3/4 of the dudes I went to high school with played hockey. I didn't. I was a cyclist. I was the weird one. The Indian Grenadiers cycling team is not merging with another company, but rather have entered into a Jersey partnership with Total. Yeah, Tony, I never understood that. I never understood that because they had that on for the Tour de France, so they're not merging. Okay, that's good to know. Robbie, Ineos and Total Energies are part of the same company, but two distinct teams. Okay, that's what I'm thinking you're saying there. Okay, so we're not going to have a merge of the teams and then have guys looking for places to ride next year. I'm glad about that. We got T. Reuven here from Mauritius. Good morning, dude. Actually, good afternoon to you. Robbie, I'm not sure if we would even hear of any doping going on if it was like that. Yeah, you never know what's going on. Like, I look at it too, Robbie, and I'm the same as you. I'm kind of like, what's going on? Like, what's going on? It's like, it's different. We discussed it yesterday, you know, the whole CO2 stuff, and I didn't respond to whoever said it. So I think it was Visma using this CO2 technique, whatever you guys want to call it. I think it's basically they breathe CO2 a lot, which is going to help them out when they're oxygen deprived. Their bodies get used to it. Now, has that been banned? Have they banned that? So, someone said it yesterday. I'd like to know if it is banned. Dream saying Bernal's Tour de France win was a fluke, similar to Sepp Kuss win. He went on a break, then there was a landslide. Oh, there was the landslide. That's right. There was the road got washed out. So they stopped the race short. And at that point, he already had a big break and probably a gap he could never get back. Robbie, I mean, do you think it would become public if any rider's caught? Dude, yeah, probably not. I mean, that's been going on forever. Way back with Lance, basically they caught him, and then he gave a $100,000 donation to whoever does the testing. Maybe it was the UCI. I mean, there's so much stuff about, I think his name was Verbruggen or something like that? You guys know who I'm talking about. He was in bed with them all the way. Just picked up Wheelman yesterday, guys, to read. I guess that's the most detailed look at that whole stuff that was going on. Tony saying, just call me Mr. Google. Yeah, would they say if someone was caught now, like, oh, we just busted Colin. He's won 7 Tour de France's in a row. They don't want me to be caught. It's not good for the sport. So what do? This is a good stat here, guys. And looking at the gap, still a 5-minute gap. Most stage wins at the Vuelta at Burgos history by competing teams. Movistar, this makes sense to me, 25 wins. Astana in second, Ineos Grenadiers in 7th. It's a cool little stat here. Movistar team, 57 seconds behind is Antonio Pedrero. Yeah, it is crazy here too. I think Movistar only has 5 riders here. I talked about it before up here, guys. Look at the Movistar team here. They only have 5 riders listed out of 7 that 6 they're allowed. No, it is 7. These are 7-rider teams. They only have 5 riders. And then if we go back to the stat here on the page, look on the left-hand side of the screen. I'm trying to circle around. I will change. I'll get the mouse fixed today too, guys. I'm going to make that dark so you can't miss it. GC positions for Movistar team. They only list 5 riders. So they showed up with 5. I guess it's just on health, fitness of other riders, other races. Yeah, guys, I love the chat right now. I love the chat right now. Robbie, I love the questions, dude. I love this kind of stuff. Chi Reuven here. From what Bissot did on the last climb yesterday, he should be able to do the same thing on tomorrow's final climb. Oh, yeah, guys. Tomorrow's final climb is kind of like... dude, Neila. Something Neila. Neila. It's a really good climb. It's kind of like... I guess at Vuelta at Burgos, it's a climb they use all the time. It's kind of like the defining climb of this stage race here. Yeah, dude, I hope to see that. I would love to see Bissot win it. I mean, I've only heard Bissot's name starting in this race. I don't know who he is. I have no idea who he is. I'm only learning about him now. Leo Bissot. Should we have known about him? Now, okay, this is the dude I was just talking about earlier. He wasn't at the Tour de France. I stared at that race every day. Guys, think about that. Every day, 4 to 5 hours a day. That's all I thought about. And then beforehand and behind, like later on in the day, every day. I did have 2 rest days. I took the rest days off. Then we went straight to the Fems. Took another day off, and now we're here. But, so he didn't have, he had an okay season to start. 25th GC at Basque Country. Tour de Suisse, 35th place. That's good. Then he kind of had like a poor stretch here. Didn't do that great at the individual time trial, French championships. Didn't finish the road race. So again, kind of bummed out. Then he took all of July off from road racing. Just trained. His last race was June 29th, right before the Tour. Comes back, San Sebastian Classic, 14th place. A week later, he's leading the Vuelta at Burgos. Dude, killing it. I love it. Absolutely love it. Let me get in the chat, guys. 66.7 kilometers to go. Still sitting at 5 minutes. On a flat section here now, guys. Working our way through the valley system. I want to get back into the chat. Okay, I mixed out this a bit here. Okay, so Ineos and Total are part of the same big international company conglomerate. Don, in the winter, I used to play hockey on the lake in my friend's backyard. The ice was bumpy, but it was fun. Yeah, Don, New Jersey, right? A lot of those northern states up there will have played hockey. Tony's talking to Robbie here. Understood, I have friends, conspiracy lovers, who think there are only 4 so large companies in the world that own all the others. Well, I think there's like 3 or 4 guys that, pretty much own the entire world, money-wise. It was on TDF coverage explaining why Ineos are advertising Total Energies, and they said it was because one owns the other, which is... Okay. Dude, I do remember the True Robbie. I remember them saying that they've entered this sponsorship together, but at the time, I have no idea what it meant. Yeah. Robbie, if you're a conspiracy theorist, so am I. Dude, I'm absolutely a conspiracy theorist. Out on course now, guys. It's 32 degrees Celsius. That's 90 Fahrenheit. Robbie, you're part of the club here, dude. You are part of the club. Yeah, dude, let's just say, I'm not going to say names because I'll get in trouble somehow. If the world's best cyclist, male or female, let's just throw that out there to make it even more confusing, was tested for EPO, would it hit the news? Would it hit the news? What would that do for cycling now at this point? And I think cycling probably gets judged the hardest. In all those other sports too, is going on, guys. I've recently learned that it's really bad in marathoning, like really bad. All these crazy records that are being set by, and the females specifically right now, like, wow, unbelievable record. Yeah, it's unbelievable, guys. It's unbelievable. If it seems unbelievable, it's probably unbelievable. Okay, well, yeah, I am in the long sleeve jersey today, guys. So this is my cranked long sleeve jersey here. Like I said, I went upstairs and it was freezing outside this morning. So just actually seeing what I look like today. Okay, so we got the 2 last climbs coming today. We got a climb at 121 kilometers, and the last climb comes at 151 kilometers. and then it's a downhill. So the climb actually starts before that. The climb begins, and again, it's one of those goofy things, guys. It's only rated at 7.6 kilometers, but they're probably climbing for well over 10 kilometers there. A little bit of, couple of divots in the way too, little trenches they go down through, climb up to the top, and then they're running 10 kilometers to the finish after they crest the Alto de Caradero. Let's see. Guys, I love the chat. I love you guys talking here. Everyone's chill here, guys. If anyone's a conspiracy theorist, guys, I'll put my hand up right here. I will put my hand up right here. Just why not, right? It's fun. Movistar seems like an underperforming team, but maybe their focus is smaller Spanish races and they don't care so much if they tank in the Tour. Yeah? Possibly. I mean, with only 5 riders here, I'm not sure what their focus, if they're riding hard at Poland right now. I haven't even looked at the Poland standings, guys. Just too busy with this right now. Yeah, Tony saying, no, sorry, Robbie, didn't mean that about you. But you can say it about me, guys. You can say it about me. Yeah, all good, guys. Yeah. Guys, that's the thing, too. When you read messages, and I know this for myself from my experience, sometimes it doesn't come out the right way. And you got to remember, too, let's always do benefit of the doubt in messaging, guys. The other dude probably doesn't mean it the way they're saying it. It just kind of comes out, huh? And then, yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, Robbie. We're all good here, guys. Robbie, Tony, all good, guys. No worries, can misinterpret a message sometimes. I get this from Joey all the time. I'm like, she'll say, what do you think they meant by this? I go, who knows? It's a text. It could mean anything. Robbie's saying, I can't see past Del Toro or Ciccone winning this Tour. Right now, I think Del Toro is 26 seconds back. Ciccone lost a good chunk of time on day one because of the Del Toro hand of God, I've been calling it. When he crashed, his hand went out, reached under Ciccone's bike, pulled it down. All accidental, but that's my conspiracy theory. Ooh, now we're hearing it, guys. Decathlon pulling in the Peloton. Guys, I got to see if I'm getting feed now here. Should be right away, and if so, I will be going on a nature break. Oh, I got feed, guys. Sorry, I do have feed. I've been going on too long here. Come on. Just letting Flow Bikes reset. Okay, I should be able to watch it now. Shaka Khan. Come on, Flow Bikes. Now it's hung up on me. Okay, do not vanish. Do not vanish. Okay, I'm in, guys. I'm in the race now. Gonna blow this all up. 7 riders at the front. Here is the Boro Hansgrohe. This is Ben Zwiehoff at the front. This is the guy that disappeared for 8 years. I made up this wild story that he went back to school and became an astrophysicist. Looking at Egan Bernal right now, riding comfortably in the Peloton. Looks super chill. Looks like the Pinarellos are on. They got a new paint scheme right now. I didn't know they were white with all these colors on them. Ah, okay. Ooh, it looks like there's an attack going up the right-hand side there. Looks like Egan, he's Colombian, right? Egan Bernal is Colombian. His forks are blue, yellow, red, which I think is the Colombian colors. Yeah, Decathlon sitting on the front right now. 3 or 4 of them at the front. And guys, it looks sweltering. A lot of the jerseys are pulled wide open here. This would be so hard. We're 55K to the finish right now, guys. And Beauty, Beauty, eh? Do you guys know what that is? Beauty, eh? Ooh, yeah, take a look at this, guys. That Peloton, just in the last few minutes here, it's gone from 5 minutes to 3:23 down. Julian Bernard and the other dude, the Continental level rider, have been pulled back into the group. Okay. Just, yes, Robbie, I love it. Difference between conspiracy and troop, about 12 months, yep. Pretty much, dude. Pretty much. So yeah, I mean, again, too. Oh, what are they saying here? Wow, weird stats here. This is not right at all. They're saying Egan Bernal and Garcia caught by the Peloton. Well, I don't see that because Egan Bernal wasn't what they're saying. Julian Bernard was caught by the Peloton with Jose Maria Garcia because that's the Continental level rider we're looking at right now. Okay, so once in a while there's weird stats. Kind of like the Arctic race of Norway yesterday, they were saying a Continental level team rider got second, and I'm screaming saying, no. 2 Israel Premier Tech riders got first and second there in that sprint. Uh, Tony's not part of the club. He thinks some people say he should be a club. Yeah, I get that from Joey too. Joey Jojo says I should be hit with the club. Robbie, is it not cold all year round in Canada? No, dude, no, it's not. Probably going to be pretty nice today, I would assume. But dude, it's scary here. I mean, we're in August. We've had frost in August before. First frost can come in August. That's a rarity though. I do live at elevation. I'm around 1,000 meters, so it's not crazy high. But if you were to compare it to today, we're riding through the mountains of Spain here. Generally, we're around 1,000 meters in elevation all day. We climb up to 1,300. So with elevation, temperature drops real quick at night. The Tinfoil Hat Club, exactly. We can all be part of it, guys. The race is on like Donkey Kong, exactly. So they fixed it now in the feed here. You guys can see it on screen. Julian Bernard. It was not Egan Bernal. So again, just a little, they're getting timesheet checks. Things get screwed up. That's how the announcers actually know where the riders are. They can't see them half the time. I figured that out when I started doing the Tour de France and I was getting data from Bike Terra. Tony C needed a coffee pot in the 10x10 cube and some Depends all day. Dude, I'm feeling you right now. You said that right. Nature break is imminent. Need a coffee pot in the 10x10 cube of destruction and some Depends all day YouTube channel party pants. That's how I'm feeling. Robbie, I think they've got some temp in typing this stuff, lol. Yeah, dude, exactly. I'm like, Egan Bernal? No, he was not up the road with Jose Maria Garcia. So yeah, I've called that out twice now. Like, there's no way. Yesterday it was at Tour of Norway, Arctic Race of Norway. Corbin Strong came in. His lead out man got second place. I think I said all five, and it was hard to tell who was who because they're all wearing rain jackets. But I did say all five teams. The one rider I didn't know, there was a Continental rider that did come in fifth. So hopefully I can get to that after this one. Again, I don't have the stream set up at all today, guys, so it's going to be kind of clunky to do that. Mexicanos in 1465. Which position is Del Toro, amigo? Dude, my friend, he is in third place overall. 26 seconds down. Let me just light that up for you here. This is the actual GC, guys. Leo Basso for Decathlon, first place. 22 seconds back. Giulio Pellizzari. Third place, UAE Team Emirates XRG, Isaac Del Toro. The Mexican bull here, guys. Born in Ensenada, Baja California. Pacific side. Love it. Never been there, but man, it looks fantastic. I think it's a big surf spot too. So apparently he was identified as a mountain biker. And yeah, here he is riding World Tour. Not at La Vuelta, guys. It's going to be Ayuso and Almeida as the GC guys for UAE. That alone right there scares me. So the gap did come down quite a bit. It's actually moved out a little bit again now. We're back up to 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Yeah, Robert, you hoser. Dude, you got it, dude. You got it. Take off, eh? Oh, that was so goofy in the 80s here. Rick Moranis and Doug. I think Doug Thomas, something like that. That was Bob and Doug McKenzie. The biological passport and whereabouts programs seem to have cleaned up pro cycling. Reward doesn't outweigh risk like in the bad old days. Dude, yeah, Mexicanosin, 1465, no problem. Mexicanosin, where are you? I'm assuming you're from Mexico. Where do you live in Mexico? Let us know. Dude, I'm dreaming here. Tomorrow is a killer stage. Things will change in the GC. Yeah, tomorrow's tough with that final climb. Guys, tomorrow, it's an HC, or sometimes in Spain they'll call it an ESP and a Especial, a special stage. I think that's how they do it. 7 riders, 3 minutes, 36 seconds. Coffee, almost done. How much time do we have left today, guys? Oh, God, we still got 50K. Mexicanos in 1465, dude. Thank you so much, dude. I got the little sticker coming in for Mexicanos in here. Dude, let us know where you're from, man. I like to know where everyone's from. I like to get little details on people. 60 people watching now, guys. Thank you for your support of the channel, dude. Wherever you're from. I'll be going down to Los Cabos area. Oh, dude, Mexicanos is in Japan. So, dude, it's what time at night is it? It's like midnight for you, isn't it? Yes, Sheila, and a beer in a tree. That's right, The 12 Days of Christmas by Bob and Doug McKenzie. How insane was that? Guys, one of the greatest shows of all time. Now, it's dated. I get it. I've talked about this in another stream. Go back and look up SCTV on YouTube. Some of you may never have heard of it. SCTV was actually a comedy troupe, I guess you would call it. I think it was out of Chicago. So it's kind of like the proving grounds for young comedians. And I think they all went there. A lot of them went to SCTV in Chicago. That was like the live act. Canadian television would have been late 70s, very early 80s. They made a TV version of it here in Canada, SCTV. Go back and take a look at all the stars that were on the show. Every single person on that show became TV/movie star, and they're still around. Sheila, and a beer treat. Mexicanos, and thank you so much again. Tony C, thinking breakaway stage today. Those last couple of bumps in the road seem the best time to go. Yeah, dude, I think this could be a breakaway. Total breakaway. We're not seeing a sprint stage here. That last climb is really tough. It's only a category 3, but it's longer than what they're showing. The profile there. How's the best way to do this? Guys, I'll take you back here for a second. This is from the Vuelta a Burgos website. Here's our last climb of the day. Let's talk about this again. I talked about it earlier today. Look between kilometers 4 and kilometer 6 out of the 7.7 kilometer climb. Generally, it averages downhill. It's -1 to -5%. Take those out. Take those out. So then you're going to see that average gradient of 3.3 probably ramp up to 6% over 2 kilometers less. So 5.7 kilometers at 6% is what I would say it would be. This downhill is very deceptive. But yeah, it's going to be a good launch point there. They should be trying to bomb downhill like crazy and get over that last bump and just race for the finish. It's only 10-kilometer time trial to the finish at that point. Yeah, Second City TV, exactly. So there was a show every week in Canada. And it was crazy, too. They even had music stars. Like they had, what's his name? The David Byrne group. Who's David Byrne? You know that guy? The Talking Heads. The Talking Heads were on there. The Pretenders were on there. So, guys that were on SCTV, John Candy, Kathleen O'Hara, the guy with the eyebrows, Eugene Levy, the Ed Grimley character on Saturday Night Live, Martin Short, Bob and Doug McKenzie. There's another awesome female comedian on there. Oh, you guys will know. I can't remember right now. Okay, the latest athlete that was banned for doping was a Kenyan woman, half marathoner, who broke the world record 1 year ago by 2 minutes. That's from Dream. Most hyper. I actually saw one just a few days ago. It was during the Tour de France. Some of you may have been there. Someone was talking about how elite the Kenyan and Eritrea runners are. It popped up on YouTube that day, just showing a profile, and it's like a huge drop. Okay, so I can see at the beginning. If you compare any sport, go back and look at the men's 100 meter in 1900. It was slow. So there are going to be big jumps down. But after a while, it has to start leveling out. This last jump was so ridiculous. And busted. That female runner, I don't know who she is, and I thought it was full marathon. I think it was like a 2:08 marathon or something crazy like that. Busted for masking agents. There's a weird drug. I can't remember if it's a diuretic or anti-diuretic, and what it does is basically hides everything that should be coming out of you. Just hides it all. And there's really no reason to be on that drug under any circumstance as a young athlete. So they're still doing it. They're just hiding it. They're masking it. But cycling gets so much exposure because of Lance Armstrong. Like, Lance Armstrong still has to be one of the most recognized athletes in the world. I bet you if you took a picture up, if you went to any country in the world, Canada, US, Mexico, South America, Europe, Africa, anywhere in Asia, Australia, and you showed a picture of Lance Armstrong on his bike, and you showed a picture of the world's best, runner, the world's best runner out of Kenya, I would have no clue who she is. Or the world's best male marathon. I have no idea who that is. But people know who Lance Armstrong is. So all that focus on cycling. Everyone does it. Yeah, at one point, almost everyone did do it. And so now that legacy just continues. The break is on the climb now, 5.3 kilometers at 3.8%. I did look at that climb earlier. That seems pretty legit to me. That gradient is good. There's not any hidden gradients in there. Guys, I just look at these gradients really hard because when I do my rides inside, I'm like, is it really that gradient? So it'll say 20 kilometers at 5%. What you don't realize, the first 10 kilometers is flat. And then you find out the last 10 kilometers is 10%. That's a totally different thing. 20 at 5% is totally different than 10 at 10%. So I look at the routes beforehand. I go, oh, okay, yeah, I got to figure it out. Nothing better than the comedians earning their chops when young, golden age of comedy, back when Saturday Night Live was funny. Yeah, and a lot of those SCTV characters went straight to Saturday Night Live. Like Martin Short did. I think Rick Moranis did. One of the Ghostbuster guys. So, not that I can't even remember the Ghostbuster guys right now. Harold Ramis. I think Harold Ramis went from SCTV straight to Saturday Night Live. Kathleen O'Hara, she's still in shows. What was the Canadian show? Schitt's Creek. If you guys haven't seen that, that show won so many awards. And that show is very weird for a Canadian show to do well in the States. That show kills it down there. Eugene Levy is still there. He's the main character in that show. Yep, dream here. Yeah, a full marathon, masking agents. That's what they're doing now, guys. They're still doing it. So I've just got to say, if they're doing it in running, are they doing it in other endurance sports? Oh, I like this here. Which rider has accumulated the most bonification seconds? Roger Adler. That would have been stage 1. Matteo Moschetti in the sprint. Leo Bissot as well. So that's 10 seconds each for winning the stages. That's how they would have got that. Stage 1 winner, Stage 2 winner, and Stage 3 winner. 3 minutes, 44 seconds, guys. Loving the chat today, guys. Yeah. Larry Warboss, 35 years old, from Michigan. I barely heard of him. I've heard of the name a lot over the years. Let's take a look at Larry right now. I just don't know a lot about him. So I think I know Larry Warboss more as the BMC racing guy. So he went to IM Cycling. That team wasn't around long. Dropped down to continental level here for Aqua Blue Sport. I think that was an Irish team. Let's take a look. Aqua Blue Sport is gone. So it's looking like they would have been 2018 here. Most famous guy you're going to see here. I've already spotted him here. Check this dude out. Are you guys familiar with this person? You should be. If you watch anything on YouTube, you should know this person. He's on screen right now. He's actually 33 now, Irish rider. I'm positive the team was Irish. So here's Connor Dunn, GCN host. So he rode Continental, went to Aqua Blue Sport, which was PCT back then, Pro Series. Biggest race for him, or... Okay, oh yeah, he did Unbound. That's right. He did that a couple years back. But yeah, so that was Aqua Blue Sport. So Larry Warboss was there as well. Okay. 7 riders up front. 336 guys. Okay, so Dream's got the name here. Yeah, so, she's getting all the praise. Oh, incredible. She broke the record. Incredible, incredible. And all the commentators going on about it. Yes, cheating. But the reality is, they probably all are. It just, I would never have known her name. I couldn't tell you the second name. I couldn't tell you I couldn't name one super good runner right now. I just couldn't. There was a year at the Tour de France where 5 to 6 teams got busted for doping. They almost all canceled. Yep, Festina started, and Dawn. Throughout the rest of that tour, the heat was on so bad. I believe it was that year. I think it was 1998. 4 or 5 other teams just pulled out. They just magically were not racing anymore. And I think they were primarily Spanish teams, where at that point the drug use was just insane. Yeah, I think it was 1998. Love him or hate him, Lance was a force for good and bad, but brought a lot of U.S. fans. It's like, exactly. For all the bad he did so much good. All the money he raised, the awareness for cycling, the awareness for cancer. Yeah, Dawn here. Schitt's Creek and Kim's Convenience are a couple of really good shows that came out of CBC. Exactly. I'll throw Corner Gas in there as well. That one's long gone, but that was a great show. Basically showing what life is like in southern Saskatchewan, guys. If you've never been there, it's the prairies at its best. Small town living. I always find it funny when I see things in the Smates. This tiny town located somewhere in Tennessee of 8,000 people. I'm like, that's a big town to me. That's a big town. That's not a small town. Or it'll be a small town of 38,000 people. No, that's big. Didsbury, where I'm at every day, where Joey works, I think is 3,000 people. Linden over here is probably, I don't know, 700-800. Very small. I think Don's seen some of my exploration videos where I go explore parts of the countryside around here where there were towns at one point and they're gone now. Kind of like my ghost town hunt. I'm going to do more of those videos. Robert, 1988 with Willie Vogt and a car full of dope. That's right, that's how they busted him. The car was full of drugs. Reese had won Dirty in 96, Ulrich from East Germany in 97, Lance in 99. They should have canceled 98, Pontani and Yellow, Bobby Jill. Yeah, guys, outside of a couple riders, you can look the dudes up. One guy wrote a book about it, how he was basically bullied out of the Tour de France by primarily Lance and his cronies every time he'd speak about doping. That's the part that irritates me about Lance. The other guys would just say, you got me. I'll take my 2-year ban or my 1-year ban and I won't fight it. 3 minutes, 36 seconds, guys, on the climb right now. Let's take a look at the detail profile. You can see the locations. While you guys are chatting here, oh, massage creams. I love it. Guys, nature break. And we're back, riders. We are back. Okay, watching the screen right now. Nice group Peloton here. One rider slowly riding out the front musette bag pickup. They're picking up the musette bags right now in the Peloton. We still have our front group of 7 riders. 3 minutes and 34 seconds. They're almost at the top. These guys are going to launch it hard here over the top of this climb. And they're going to gain probably significant time. Really nice mix of rider. Portuguese rider, German rider, Spanish, Italian. A second Portuguese rider in Damiano Caruso. Sorry, Rui Costa. Damiano is Italian, Canadian, and one American. Okay, guys, I love the chat. Love it right now. You guys are keeping this going good. Dream. But last year, both number 1 tennis player women and men were banned for illegal substances for 1 month and 6 months. Iga, see, I don't know that name. And Yannick, don't know that name. But if you showed a picture of Lance Armstrong, everyone knows. Iga for sleeping pills that have some banned drugs. The Prince, 1976, the break will be caught on the last cat climb. Most likely, dude, most likely. But let's pray they get away. Yannick was banned with massage cream. They reason contamination. Yeah, that's what they all say, right? That's what they all. So the gap right now is 334. Let's see how much it grows here when they start bombing down the hill. Go back up to the profile here. What is it? Like even Chris Froome. He had a TUE, therapeutic usage exemption. So he was taking clenbuterol, which is a drug for asthma. I'm kind of like, I get it. And I'm not saying people with asthma shouldn't compete in sports, but if you need to use an illegal drug to compete, maybe you shouldn't be competing. Because there are benefits to it. It's not like, okay, I'm at a disadvantage, so I get to use it to get back on par. I think you're going to go past that. And I forget what clenbuterol did. I think it was a weight loss drug. The benefits of it were, one, for asthma. I think that's what it's for. And it enhanced weight loss without muscle loss. So it's kind of like, yeah, this is everything I want. I want to keep all the muscle I have, and I want to lose as much weight as possible. So I don't think those should be allowed either. Yeah, and that's the thing. They can always say contamination. Decathlon's still driving the front here, guys. A lot of Astana riders lurking too. A couple of UAE riders here. Astana's lurking on the far right. They are on the climb. They're trying to get up over the top right now. 40.3, 40.1 there. That's from the front group. So we should see this open up pretty good now. These guys are going to get hopes they can get away. I think they're going to push hard over this next little bump. Then they're going to be down in the valley system again. Then the climb starts, and as the Prince 1976 starts, they'll probably be caught on this climb. Same thing that happened yesterday. They had a big lead, and then all just dissolved. So Decathlon's going to have to start working now. Let's look at the virtual GC. Virtual GC. Okay, so they're still saying who would have been up front? That's right, because everyone up front, best place rider is 5:26 down. That's like 3.5 minutes. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's quite a ways down. That rider would still be 2 minutes behind overall in the GC if they entered the race right now. So the best place rider is 5:26 down on Bissau. He's got a 3 minutes and 30-second lead, roughly 2 minutes gap. So quite a ways back. Yeah, Tom Bonin did it right. Got busted for recreational cocaine. Disco Tom. I think Jan did that too. I think Jan got busted several times for recreational partying at the disco, wrapping his Porsche around light poles and things like that. The most recent famous athlete is Simona Halep. I don't see, and again, I don't know who that is. I think most people, if you said the name Lance Armstrong anywhere, they'd be like, oh yeah, that dude, the cyclist. That's how big Lance was at the time, and that's how much attention there was on the Tour de France. And again, for good and bad, Lance should have just gone quiet, and we wouldn't have had all this pressure. We've got a rider here. That's a Burgos BH rider. Looks like he's had an issue here. That would be in the main peloton, I believe. Decathlon rider falling out the back here too. So even on this first climb, guys, it's blowing the peloton apart right now with the pace that Decathlon's putting at the front. Yeah, peloton's moving good now, guys. They've got 38.2 kilometers to go there. Front end of the group says it's 38 kilometers roughly. I'm going to get that all figured out here pretty quick. It's 3 minutes and 23-second gap right now. Okay, so that was the Ville Vestiaire. Okay, guys, loving it. Conspiracy corner worth calling, guys. Ooh, wow, so much stuff. So yeah, so Simone, nature break on a Cat 3 climb. That's brave, Colin. Yeah, dude, I thought I could do it. The big climb's coming up. And the good thing is, Puppy looked up at me. He hasn't chewn anything. He's just sleeping where he sleeps at night. And he went right back to sleep again. Oh, dude, Maurice Zukowski. Dude, your name looks similar to someone that's in the Breakaway. Your name looks familiar. Dude, I would love to know that you are related to Nicholas Zukowski. Dude, if you were related to Nicholas Zukowski, dude, I would just absolutely lose my mind. Please let me know. No moves from the favorite, not yet. No moves from the favorite. 3 minutes and 20-second gap. So, guys, Maurice Zukowski's here. Lurker. Welcome aboard, Maurice. I have a lot of lurkers that show up. Maurice's channel's been going for 2.5 years, 2 years, 3 months, something like that. I had a massive Tour de France thanks to my community here in the chat. So much cycling knowledge here, cycling history, cycling conspiracy club. Guys, I'm okay with conspiracy. If you guys want to talk about it, that's fine with me. I don't hate those guys for it, not at all. Still my stars, I look up to them. But Maurice here, I hope the getaway just drops that right there. And then I'm looking at the screen going, Nicholas Zukowski. Zukowski, not a common name either. Dude, I know that's who you are. It's Nicholas's dad. That's who it is. Uncle. 49 watching, guys. I think yesterday we got over 100 at one point. Robert, when I was racing, I would have tested positive for strong coffee and bong hits. Yeah. Well, guys, even back in the 80s, they were regulating how much coffee they could drink. I remember that distinctly from all my old cycling magazines. They would drink just a very, very small coffee because caffeine is an endurance sport enhancer. Okay, there it is now. There was a mechanical problem for Daniel Cavia, Burgos BH. Daniel Cavia, that name's really familiar. That's a dude that bridged across, I think, yesterday. I think he bridged across yesterday into the break and they all got caught. So he had a mechanical. I saw that on the video here. This is the front group. They're already climbing this next little bump in the road that has zero categorization. Looks like a small little climb, but still 3-4%, I would guess, from what I'm seeing on the camera here. Curtis Odom, dude, where are you from? Isaac Del Toro came out of the Autotech Cycling Club. Dude, I love this information. Guys, I guarantee you right now, outside of like this Curtis Odom dude here, we would never have found that. And what I love about the community too is that there's no commentator doing this pro level that's telling you this information. So Curtis Odom, dude, you are the winner today. Isaac Del Toro came out of the Autotech Cycling Club in Ensenada, Mexico, 75 miles south of San Diego, USA, coached mostly by Ricky Cruz and his son, Freddie Cruz. So, dude, Curtis, so someone earlier said that he was a mountain biker. So was Isaac Del Toro just mountain bike racing all over northern Baja, Southern California? How did he get spotted? Like, I just can't. Yeah, it's hard to realize how these guys get found. Like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you're from there and maybe you know better than me, but like, I would tell people Calgary's not a hot spot for cycling. I would think that the Baja is not a hot spot for cycling. If you said, oh, I'm from Spain, I'd be like, oh, I'm cycling. I guess that's what I'm trying to get. Yeah, Froome is so skinny. Dude, Froome is racing. I think Froome's at the Tour of Poland. Pretty sure he is. He's 40 years old. Okay, Dream. That asthma drug is also being used in tennis. I think it has an amphetamine in it. Yeah, there's all these weird side effects. We've seen a replay here. What's going on? EF car here, catching up with an EF rider. Who is this? This would be probably Rui Costa. So getting a bottle, a sticky gel. It was a sticky ice pack. All these things are sticky, guys. These bottles, gels, and ice packs, they're very sticky for some reason. Double bottles. Oh yeah, you can see the tires. The car was kicking up dirt on the side of the road because he was accelerating so hard. They got him on the back here. He's just getting resupplied. I'm okay with that one. Yeah, all these drugs that do this also have side effects. That's how much they're studying them. Like, when you think about it, it's so deliberate. Okay, what can we take? I guess, me and Joey watch a lot of crime. It's not like, and guys, I'm not promoting this or anything. It's not like, oh, I don't know, someone breaks into your house, you have a gun, you shoot them, you kill the person. I don't know what you'd be charged with, but, it's not on purpose. It wasn't premeditated, I guess. Premeditated crimes to me are always worse. And, of course, that's how the courts look at them, too. If you're going to be taking a drug for a fake illness, dude, you're shady. Very shady. I think all these pro athletes have asthma now. Robbie, what do folks think of Froome using tablets for Bezier disease? Them tablets create a lot more red blood cells. When USAI said you can't use them more, his form went to crap. Dude, I didn't know about that. So Froome had his crash, I think, in 2018, and then he's kind of vanished. So I'd love to get some dates on that. Robbie, is that when that happened too? Yeah, guys, so basically you got like fake EPO. It's like an EPO side effect drug, essentially. That's what EPO did. It generates more red blood cells in your body, kind of the same as old school blood doping. And they did that. Once the EPO test came along in 98, 99, they stopped EPO for a while. They went back to old school blood doping. Let's get some frozen blood or refrigerated blood and pump it back in our bodies. Like, it's crazy the stuff they did. Okay, watching this here, guys. I just got to back up a bit. Okay, so that was a cool one for Robbie. And then they said it went down to an accident nobody witnessed. Okay, So Robbie's on the thing that it could have been. I don't even know what Bizarria is. I'm going to look that up too. Thanks for that, Robbie. Yep, Dream. Haha. Remember Ben Johnson, 100-meter sprint? Yep, I do remember him. Canadian. I think he was from the Bahamas originally. Yeah, the UCI needs to step up and get rid of any doubts in the public's minds. Yeah, like, what kills me right now, my big issue with cycling is when people say this is an unbelievable performance. Yeah, is it? Is it? Or my defense of anyone that's absolutely unbelievable right now is maybe their VO2 max is like off the charts. That's my only defense I have for them. I don't believe it's how they eat their shreddies in the morning or how they tied their shoelaces. Okay, puppy's crying. I'm going to have to let him upstairs here pretty. Maurice Zukowski. Oh, dude, this is so awesome here. I was talking about him earlier today. Your son, I don't even need to look. Your son is 27 years old. Let's take a look right now. Boom, just called it, dude. And I said earlier today, Saint Lucie des Laurentines from Quebec, 27 years old, riding for Q36 Pro Cycling Team. Dude, I love it. Absolutely love it. So, looking at Nicholas Zukowski here, and dude, your son gets a shout out, dude. Total shout out. I've already looked at him today. I was like, wow, look at this Canadian dude here. Dude, I'm out in Alberta. Tall dude too. Guys, give me a break. Puppy is losing his mind. He's got to go upstairs. Okay, buddy. Come on. We're going to let you upstairs. Go upstairs. Go look around. Okay, dude, I love this. This is the best part of my day right here. Maurice Zukowski. Yeah, Robbie, they do need to get things straightened out. Just going to watch the race here. We've got Nicholas on board. Let me just jump back for 1 second here. I need to check stats. 3 minutes and 28 seconds. They're launching down to the valley now. Really didn't open up anything. But back to Nicholas Zukowski. I did see him earlier today. Maurice, I hope you saw that. So this is his dad. I'm his dad, and then he says, what after that? I'm not sure what he said there, but yeah, dude, just when I saw your name, I'm like, that's not a very common name. So Nicholas Zukowski here, guys, rode for Silver Pro Cycling, which I don't know. Floyd's Pro Cycling, so that must have been the Floyd Landis team at one point. Then he went to Rally. Those guys always rode in orange. I think they're still around. Human Powered Health, I just watched them at the Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift, the women's team, and has been for Q36.5 for the last, well, he's been there for 2 years at the moment. 23, 24, and 25. 3 years. Up to 2027. Wow. Awesome stuff here for this dude. Well, DNF the Giro. 21st at the Circuito de Getxo last weekend, guys. Got UCI points out of that. Wow. This is awesome, dude. Awesome stuff. Liège-Bastogne-Liège. DNF La Flèche. Amstel, that's cool. Milan-San Remo. 71st place. Milano-Torino. That's an old race as well, guys. That's a super old race. Tirreno-Adriatico got to stage 7. I think that's the last stage, too. Strada Bianca, DNF. But, man, has had a huge season here. 44th at the Lula Tour. 42nd at Andalusa. Wow, that's awesome. Dude, so awesome watching your son race here. Rusticles. Ulrich was my hero back in the day. Then he turns out to be a massive coke fiend. Yeah, dude, I loved him too. I love seeing Ulrich time trial. Go back and take a look, like his telecom days, stuff like that. His positioning on his time trial bike. Like, his hands are pointing downwards. His front end was so low. He's the one guy that could spank Lance at the time trial on a good day if he didn't crash. Rui Costa just sitting a little bit back off the group of these 7 riders up front. So yeah, Maurice here again. This is Nicholas's dad here, listening to your channel, watching live on Flow Bikes at the same time from Tucson. Cheers, everyone. Maurice, dude, thanks for stopping in. Say hi to your son for me. I'd love to chat with him. I'd love to actually do an interview with a guy riding with the World Tour Pros. So if there's any chance, let him know. Don's got the Arabica beans running through his veins. Poor Ben Johnson had the yellow eyes. Yes. Dude, he was the big... That was 1988. Okay, but here's the thing. Ben Johnson, done. What about Carl Lewis? What about Carl Lewis? Was he clean? I don't know if he's been caught or not. I don't even know if Carl Lewis is still around anymore, but all of those athletes back then... Remember, what was her name? Flojo. Was it Flojo? The one that wore all the weird leotards and the weird fingernails? Fully busted. I think she passed away. There was that other couple. There was another really good track sprinter for the U.S. Her husband was a shot putter. They both got busted years later. Dawn likes the coffee black, no sugar. Oh, I'm full sugar, full cream. I have been a member of the Autotech Club since the early 80s. Isaac's father, Joe, sent Isaac and his brother, Angel, to youth cycling supporter Chon in Tijuana. So there is a good cycling scene there. Ensenada. Dude, there'd have to be really good climbs there, too. I would imagine there's really good climbs there. So, dude, you know, Curtis here, speaking to him directly, I'm a Canadian. My only exposure to Mexico is like my touristy trips. So, you know, Mazatlan, and I love Los Cabos, though. I've been to Puerto Vallarta, but there'd probably be really good climbing there, too. Actually, Phil Guyman lives in Riviera Nayarit, so he's on the new part, or the northern part of Puerto Vallarta. I spent a month by myself in Puerto Vallarta, living up in the hills, kind of like a local. I wasn't a tourist. I was a tourist, but I wasn't. I'd walk downtown every day and get food, try to find my way around. That was such a good time. But I would imagine there's really good hill climb training in Ensenada. That's my guess. Chon and Tijuana sent the boys to the Cruz family of Autotech. Okay, gotcha, dude. I'm going to have to look up the Autotech Cycling Club here later. Dawn is saying, I heard that Juan Ayuso's VO2 max is higher than Taddy's. Really? So that's, when I see people with unbelievable performances, there's got to be something else going on there. Like, you know, I think Greg LeMond's VO2 max was 93. I heard Jonathan Vaughters was like 92. Lance's was, what'd they say, low 80s, which probably meant 81 or 80.1. You know, like nowhere near those guys. The world record was for some cross-country skier. There was a cycling kid from Norway that had right around 100 as well. What if Taddy's is like 130? Here's my next question. If it is, should he be allowed to compete? That's my question. If he's that much outside the norms, it's kind of like, it's almost unfair at that point. Agree. UCI should better publicize how their biopassport system works. If it's working, brag about it. I guess the thing, yeah, they've got the biopassport. Can they detect all the masking agents? So there's people out there, you know, it's probably huge in marathoning. They have teams of doctors out there testing which drugs can be found in the biopassport. I'm assuming runners have a biopassport as well. 26.4 kilometers to go right now, guys. 3 minutes and 28 seconds back. I'm looking at the detailed view here. We're essentially starting to climb now. So instead of it being a 7-kilometer climb, it's more like uphill for 17 kilometers here. Front group of 7 have been away since I think the very beginning of the day. Didn't see the exact start of the race, guys. I was online, but I think I was getting things set up here. Dawn. I have the coffee, Linzer tart cookies, those ones with the jam in the middle, and coconut water this morning. Dude, straight on coffee. I had some banana bread. Mexicanoza. Isaac Torres as a kid raced mountain bike competitions and cyclocross. All these in Ensenada and Tijuana. See, dude, I never would have known that. I wouldn't have thought, oh yeah, cyclocross racing is big in Tijuana and Ensenada. I just wouldn't have thought that. From the sounds of it, like, I don't know of one cyclocross event. Actually, I do. There was a cyclocross event up in Red Deer a couple winters back. Red Deer is a town about 45 minutes up the road from me. So apparently there's cyclocross and mountain bike in Tijuana and Ensenada. I would instantly think mountain bike there, but just not cyclocross, but that makes sense. From there, the director of cycling of the state invited to be part of the state team. Okay. Maurice. Oh, geez, here, look at this. Man, see? This is what the chat does for you guys. And I'm just going to say it again. Colin's little independent channel. There's not a commentator out there working for the big guys saying that that Nicholas Zukowski broke his collarbone in a crash at stage 4 of the Giro this year. We found out from his dad right here. So he broke his collarbone way back in May. So he's been recovering the whole time. I'm going to look at Nicholas again here, guys. Just bear with me. So yeah, he would have been out on May 13th, and then he just basically was recovering for all of June, all of July, and we're into August. So basically 3 months to get back racing. Obviously, he was training probably a few weeks after. It takes a while to come back, guys. Hard to come back from these accidents. Okay. Brooks call. Okay, Tony C. Nice thing about the Tin Foil Club is that you can be a member for life. Always. Exactly, dude. Exactly. 24.5 kilometers, guys. 318 down. Flojo retires next year when testing became strict. Yeah. And she dominated. Dominated all like the 100, the 200 meters. That's what I remember as. I do love watching track and field. Do you guys know that on Flow Sports you can get track and field? There's other sports. Mexicanos, I'm from Los Cabos. Still have a house there up by Pueblo Bonito. Oh, really, dude? So Pueblo Bonito is, well, they have a few resorts there, don't they? They have the Pueblo Bonito Pacifico. They have Pueblo Bonito Rose, I think they call it. So when you say Bonito, I think that's the one. So is that Cabo San Lucas then? Yeah, it must be. Some of these chains, guys, will have like 4 and 5 named hotels in one area. And I've been to Pueblo Bonito, I think the Pacifico one. That's on the other side of Pedregal. Los Cabos, guys, is the greater area there on the tip of the Baja California. It includes San Jose del Cabo, the whole area in between the corridor and Cabo San Lucas where the world-famous arches are. Marion Jones admitted to doping. That's right. And again, she dominated women's track and field. Like, unbelievable performances. Like, this is incredible, isn't it? Yeah, it's incredible. Almost all track world record has been broken in women except 1, 2, 4, 8 set by Flojo. And that East German athlete, yeah, I saw her too. That record by the East German woman, yeah, guys, look it up. I think it's one of the oldest standing Olympic records. Like, she was so juiced to the gills. Her musculature, yeah, was insane. Okay, 3 minutes, 20 seconds, you guys. They are climbing now. Decathlon on the front, driving hard, guys. Driving hard for Decathlon here. 23.3 kilometers over there. I'm going to start keeping a better eye on the video now, guys. I'm just mostly following the data feed here. Okay, great stuff from Maurice here, folks. I can tell you these riders now get random testing wherever they are in the world. They knocked on our door twice in 1 week to test Nick when he was on vacation here. That's awesome to know. Because, see, that's what it's stuff I want to know. Like, as fans, we don't get to know that. We don't know how much they're being tested. So, sounds like Nick was on vacation with his parents in Tucson. So here's my story. Maurice has a place. Luckily, he's got a nice place he probably gets to every winter. They're from Quebec. It gets cold and super snowy in Quebec in the wintertime, guys. Southern Quebec may not be as cold as, say, Alberta, Saskatchewan, but they get like 10 times the snow. I love Quebec, dude. I've been to Quebec City a few times in my younger years. Montreal quite a few times. Yeah, great culture. So they do get tested, guys. So Nick's getting tested. He's on Q36.5. He got tested twice in 1 week. Looking to test Nick whilst he was on vacation there in Tucson. So that's great to know. Yeah, BioPassport looks for abnormalities and markers, not so much detecting drugs. In theory, if masking is happening, it should show up somewhere. Yeah, dude, that's the thing. Even the masking agents will show up. That's how they are getting caught. Like, why are you taking this? Why are you taking this drug that has the benefit of masking other things? Then they're going to start looking closer at you. Tony here watched Mickey Rivers center field for New York Yankees. I know nothing about baseball. He was so hyper all game, jumped up and down. Confessed he's on amphetamines the whole time. No surprise. This is where the stage begins. Exactly, Robbie. The stage begins right here. I'm cheering for the breakaway all the way, guys. I know there's probably a 95% chance they will be brought back, but I will cheer the breakaway every day. This is where full bias Colin kicks in. 21.8 kilometers to go right now. Out on the stage, guys, temperatures are hovering anywhere from 27 degrees earlier on in the day. Right now, we're in the 32 degree range. That's 90 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's 90 degrees Fahrenheit. You're probably from a part of the world where you think, 90 is not that bad. Yeah, but you're not burning 1,000 calories an hour, trying to consume 100 grams of carbs per hour, drinking 3 bottles an hour, holding on for dear life, up and down climbs. Who's the UAE rider there? Rui Oliveira. Yeah, just see Rui Oliveira pushing one of the riders just ahead of him here. Actually, I think he was just giving Nick Zukowski there a little push. Like, hey man, go ahead of me. Yeah, it is. So the Q36.5 jersey, guys, is mostly black here, white arms. Again, hard to tell. The entire decathlon team at the front here, 6 riders here. And the leader, Leo Bissot. Soudal rider back at the car getting those. Lots of guys taking on ice packs, guys. Jamming ice packs in. Leader of the race, Leo Bissot, is in the purple jersey. Purple is the color of the entire Vuelta a Burgos race here. They don't have a polka dot jersey, though. They have a climber's jersey, but it's not a polka dots. They kind of changed that up a little bit. Here we go. Exactly. Tony, keep in mind, Lance past 100 test, not suggesting that Nicholas is doing anything. But if you have the power of Lance, you get random testing. Yeah, guys, it's all just random testing. And yeah, I think that they should be tested a lot. Just to keep things on the up and up. I think all sports should be. So it's good to know from Maurice that they are doing the random testing. Because we just hear they're doing it. But really, are they? Like, you know, because people will say, well, I've been tested all over the world. Yeah, so they're finding this dude. He's on vacation. He's racing in Europe. He's vacationing in Arizona, probably visiting his parents, and they show up to test him. So that's really good to know. Okay, so Morris Senior. They log in their whereabouts 24/7, so you can get randoms anywhere, anytime. The risks are too high to cheat. I can tell you many pro cyclists today are clean, training, nutrition, data tech. Yeah, things have really changed since the Lance era. Guys, I've said it over before, you know, like everything. Like, take a look at the gear they're wearing now to the gear they wore 30 years ago. Like, those flapping jerseys, probably like over 200K, probably cost them a minute and a half. If hair on your legs costs, you know, 30 seconds over 100K, whatever it is, those jerseys were horrendous. Helmets are more aero now. The bikes are all aero now. Number 41 there. Just trying to see who that was. Decathlon on the front. Uno X is making its presence known now. Tudor over on the left-hand side of the road. And Team Pulte Visit Malta rocking it on the right-hand side, guys. Everyone's getting heated up to do this climb. Everyone's getting heated up to do this climb right now. It's time to bring the Breakaway back. I'm cheering for the Breakaway still. Yeah, so awesome here. We've got Maurice here. We get to talk about his son, which I think is fantastic. Look at this one guy. He's virtually riding off the road here, this Pulte rider. Like he's going to pull over and get a drink at the local convenience store. We've got some good info on how good the drug testing is out there, the random checks. Love that too. Dude, I think there will be. Robbie's saying here, I wonder if there will come a day when we can log on to each rider and watch their energy data. Dude, kind of like I know in some, I think it's NASCAR, which I don't watch. I think you, on like some of the subscription services, you can pick the car you want to watch. Which, actually, you know what, is not really that much of a breakthrough. Because I can remember back, 2012, I went to Silverstone in England to watch the F1 race. I don't like current F1. The cars sound like garbage to me. They may be faster. There may be more young dudes that are super cool now. Their cars sound like garbage. On a side note, type in YouTube today. Don't do it right now whilst you're watching my channel, please. Watch Lewis Hamilton Here's V10. Just type that in. It's a 1 minute and 30-second long video. It must have been during COVID because he's got a mask on. Lewis looked a lot younger. And they had Alonso's, I think it's a 2005 R35 Renault on the track. And the interviewer's talking to him, and Lewis is like this. And then he goes, oh, that sound is just nothing better than that sound. I can't believe they stopped that sound. Paraphrasing. Even the Formula One world champion, whatever he was that year, knows that old sound is better than these inline six garbage boxes. They just don't sound good to me. So I don't watch it anymore. Yeah, so Robbie, when I went to the 2012 Silverstone Formula One in the UK, we camped out, we did the whole experience. They had something called Kangaroo TV. It was a little box. I think we paid like $100 each for it. We had 3 of them. There's 3 of us. It was like a little TV. You could watch any car you wanted. So they had that back then. But I think they could do that with cycling eventually too, where you could see their energy data. You could see like a camera feed from their bike. That would be cool. Don saying for sure Taddy's getting tested. Yeah, guys, the more we talk about it, the more I think, yeah, he's clean as clean. I just think he's a genetic freak. And again, is that really fair? They did that years ago, like Chris Horner. They knocked on his door and couldn't find him, and he was apparently at his girlfriend's, now his wife's. That's his story. But she was his wife then. Okay. Robert here saying great info, Maurice. Very interesting. Yeah, I think that's fascinating. Finding out that Nicholas Zukowski Q36.5 is getting tested whilst he's in Tucson, Arizona. Yeah, Robbie, and this is straight after the Vuelta in 2012. Yeah, you know, I do watch his channel once in a while, but that Vuelta win was kind of a little bit to me. That's all I can say about it. When Nibali was basically thrashing it, decathlon driving super hard now, guys. They're on a little bit of a downhill here. I'm watching the Peloton now. They are actually going downhill on the climb. You can see here. They are driving the front so hard. The riders up front, grabbing musette bags still. Probably like extra feed locations today. Is this the front? Yeah, this is the front. I'm looking at, I think Nicholas, I believe, is number 127. I think Nicholas has number 127 on his back here. I'm looking at him right now. Movistar rider. Yeah, this is the group of 7. These guys are all working really good together. So yeah, here's the Peloton on here, and the breakaway is on the climb itself. So they're going to go smashing into the bottom of the Peloton. It's down to 247 back. I'm sure pretty soon we're going to see a couple of riders try to get out of this group of 7. Whoever feels really strong today. Again, really cool here. Javier Romo is best placed at 526 back overall. And our Canadian buddy, Nicholas Zukowski, is 634 back. So those two are the best placed riders in this breakaway. Looking back to the Peloton, here is a Team Pulte Visit Malta rider going off the front. Okay, guys, 7 riders in the breakaway. It's all falling apart right now. Looks like we got a Bahrain victorious rider. That's Damiano Caruso. And I think a Movistar rider. They've gone up the road. We got Nicholas Zukowski with the UAE rider trying to chase back on right now. Nicholas is actually leading the way. I can't believe... Is that another Movistar rider there? Trying to get a clue on the second riders here. So it's definitely Damiano Caruso at the front for Bahrain victorious. Second place rider. Oh, it's Red Bull. It's the Red Bull rider. That would be Ben Zwiehoff. The second group, again, so cool his dad's here. Dude, your son was the first guy to attack to try to bring them back. Rider sitting on his tail. I think it was a UAE rider sitting on him. Nicholas looks over his shoulder like, come on, dude, let's go. Help me out. There is one rider for Team Pulte off the front. They're decked out in that red, white, and green, I believe. Let me just have a look at that, guys. I want to make sure I'm right about that. Yeah, this team here. Team Pulte Visit Malta. I don't know who that rider is right now. We're going to find out real quick. 233 back from the front end to the Peloton. So we've got a group of 5 chasing at 5 seconds. 2 riders off the front, Ben Zwiehoff and Damiano Caruso. Yep. Now it's we got a second group here. Rui Oliveira, Rui Costa working together. The Portuguese riders. Portuguese bros hanging out together. 5 seconds back, we have the other 3. Javier Romo, Nicholas Zukowski, and Larry Warboss. They're only 11 seconds back. Damiano Caruso is absolutely lighting it up on the front, guys. He's like thinking, I'm not getting caught. I'm not getting caught. He might be allowed to go away because he's currently 12:43 down. In fact, Ben Zwiehoff is 13 minutes down. So I'm sure the Peloton's watching this very closely, deciding who do we go after. So yeah, that was all lit up by Damiano Caruso there. And he's driving the front. And actually right now, guys, he's dropped Ben Zwiehoff. Damiano Caruso right here. We're going to take a look at him right now. Number 41. Bahrain victorious, 37 years old, guys. Killing it. Is a known stage winner. Won the Giro de Sicily in Tour Sicily in 2022. Looks like he also won the Circuito de Geccio, which we just saw last weekend. Yeah, stage winners, second place at the Tour de Suisse, second place at Tirreno Adriatico. Yeah, been all over the place, guys. So, seasoned pro off the front. He's going to get over the bump first and try to launch it over the second bump. Remember, this is that climb that's kind of goofy because they've included all this downhill in the climb. There's a lot of downhill there, like really high gradient, which brings the overall gradient of the climb down altogether. Yeah, Robbie says, watch the time drop. Yeah, exactly. Okay, Morris is saying here again. They also showed up to test in Quebec, Canada, while vacationing and visiting family. It's not like he's a Tom Pidcock or Pogacar. Just goes to say, yeah, dude, I think that's awesome. Everyone's getting tested. So you can probably imagine the scrutiny that Jonas and Pogacar are under. It's probably like they're showing up every couple days. No matter where he goes, they got... And I always knew that about the with UAE riders here, doing a musette bag handoff. One rider hands the bag to the other, and he's gone, leaving his teammate to hold the heavy bag. Thanks, dude. Thanks a lot. Robert, what does Nick's old man think? Is this his kind of race? You feeling it? Morris Zagowski, big guy, 6'2", 165, 170, not the best climber. Yeah, he's in the third group right now, 20 seconds back. Actually, we just lost the time count here. So we got we got 4 groups out front. Caruso solo, Ben Zwihoff about 5 seconds back, being pursued by the 2 Ruiz from Portugal, Rui Costa and Rui Oliveira. And then there's another group about 20 seconds back, the 3 remaining riders out of that 7-man breakaway we've had all day. From Damiano, he's doing some work, guys. He's opened up the gap. Started at 2:43, it's out to 3:10 now. So Damiano Caruso is getting over the top of the first bump. Yeah, dude, Robbie. Yeah, dude, what an awesome chat, guys. Where are you going to get this where you get to talk to someone that's on the inside? Like, you're not. Dude, I love my channel. I love my channel so much. I love you guys being here. So cool that Maurice found this channel. Like, dude, I don't even know how you did that. He's doing well. Yeah, dude, I'm so pumped for your son right now. We're all cheering for Nicholas. Wherever he finishes today, he was out front the whole day. Damiano Caruso, out of the saddle, grinding all the way, guys. He's on a mission now. This guy knows what it's like to suffer, been around a long time. Oh, yeah, can you imagine being Maurice right now watching from home? Yeah, I'd be doing backflips through the living room. Breaking things. Tony C, so that's Robbie. I'd be jumping around the room. Yeah, I would be losing my mind, really. Lol, being a Canadian, I first read that as kg, which would translate to 3. Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's not 363 pounds. He's a lightweight. So he's my height and weighs 30 to 35 pounds less than me. Probably more than that right now, guys. It never gets old. Okay. Yeah, watching these races. And T. Reuven here from Mauritius says Caruso has the experience on side. Exactly. He knows it. Off the front now, it looks like a Burgos BH rider's going right now. Burgos, this is their race. Burgos team wants to show off, and it's lighting up on the screen right now. Attack by a Burgos BH rider. We're seeing all that. $3.15 for the Burgos, $3.10 for the Burgos rider, $3.26. So the gap from Caruso to the Peloton is just massively going up right now. I could see guys in the GC going, you know what? Let him go. We're not going to chase that down. I highly doubt they're going to pull back 3.5 minutes now without completely destroying themselves before the final stage tomorrow. He's 12:43 down. Let him. He can go win the stage, and everything else just stays even Steven. That's probably the strategy right now. He can go win if he can stay away. It doesn't hurt us. It doesn't hurt Leo. It doesn't hurt Isaac. It doesn't hurt any of the top contenders. We're going to just kind of move this up. Yeah, I think what we'll do, guys, is just have this here. Maybe we'll do this here right now. Oh, wow, guys. Check this out. This is a great stat here. The last victory for Damiano Caruso, Bahrain Victorious, currently leading the race, number 41 for Team Bahrain Victorious. Very easy team kit to spot, that light blue color they wear on their socks and on their helmets. He last won over 3 years ago. He won the Tour of Sicily 3 years ago in 2022. So I just went through that in his stats before. So that was his last overall victory. So it'd be really cool to see him get the victory today. I would love to see that, actually. And I would actually love to see the remnants of the breakaway stay away, and I think they could. I think with Damiano being off the front right now, I think the Peloton's going to just ease up now, going, well, you know what? He can't win the GC. Let him go. And I think they're going to start slowing down, which might give some of the other breakaway guys here, there's still 7 of them out there. They still have a 3-minute lead. They probably only got 1.5 kilometers climbing remaining. Get over the top, it's 10K to the finish. So then we're going to see the big diesels come out and start running. We're still cheering for the breakaway, guys. Still cheering for the breakaway. Okay. They all have roles to play. This is from Maurice again. Some more supportive as domestiques for their top guys, like Pitcock for Nick. But there are days you get a chance. Yeah, exactly. There's always days you get a chance. The domestiques do get their chance. And I love when GC riders like try to help their domestiques win too. So Motorbike here saying 3:14 from Damiano Caruso to the Peloton. I think as it grows, the Peloton is going to get less incentivized to chase, which will hopefully give our 7 guys up front a chance to get away. I'd love for these 7 guys to stay away all day long. That gives our buddy Nick a chance to get on the podium. Could you imagine that? That would be cool. Maurice, how is Nick at descending? He's got a little bit of time to make up. But, you know, guys, the six other guys, they're within 10 seconds of each other. It's 20 seconds back to Ben. Then it says it's another 5 seconds further back to the 2 Ruiz. Another 5 seconds back, roughly, to a group of 3. But I haven't seen any video footage of them here. I'll get back to this still as soon as I can. Yeah, Robert here. We're worried to see 2 guys named Rui, and both from Portugal, working together. And again, they're so far behind right now, they don't affect the GC at all. The 2 highest placed guys are Javier Romo and Nicholas Zukowski here in the 4th group on the road. But they're even still probably almost 3 minutes ahead of the Peloton. Caruso rocking and rolling, constantly getting up out of the saddle anytime his power starts letting off. He just had a quick peek over his shoulder. He's only 600 meters to the top of this climb. On tap, this should be 6 points at the top of this climb. Got to look here, guys. Yeah, 6 points at the top of this climb. So we're just going to chill here. You guys can see all the stats you need to see here. We're going to hang out here for now. Watch the detail profile here. He's almost over the top. The Peloton is kind of 25% up the climb. Oh, this is a good stat here. Great stat here. Oldest stage winners at the Vuelta a Burgos. Way back in 2000, we had a 37-year-old win the stage. Same age as Damiano Caruso. Tony Rominger won at 35. Andrea Taffy at 35. The first guy, I don't actually know who that is. Andre Chamil, a Belgian rider. I don't know that name at all. Okay, things are just staying kind of solid for now, guys. Let me get caught up here. Damiano's looking really good right now. Ooh, take a look at this. They're saying the gap between Damiano and a group of 3 now. Ben Zwiehoff has been caught by the 2 Ruiz. They're saying that's a 1 minute 20 second gap. So he's really moving now, guys. He's already descending. They're still climbing. He's gone. As I like to say, run for the border, guys. He is gone. Only 1 decathlon rider on the front right now. I think they've realized, yep, let him win. We've got this. So it's going to be bombing downhill for 10 kilometers, guys. Slight bit of false flatty at the end. I'm talking 1-2% gradients. Nothing these guys can't handle. Missing the chat, guys. I'm just trying to follow the race too much now. Yeah, Tony here saying they should leave the break, go, no big problems with leaders. Yeah, I would be if I was a DS, I'd be like, guys, don't worry about it. Do not worry about it. Let these 7 battle it out. All we got to do is watch each other up front. We have 1 stage to go. We have an HC climb tomorrow and a Special coming up. Little wobble on the road there for Damiano Caruso at the Cabeza de Carrera. Spanish is just incredible, isn't it? Did Caruso podium on the Giro also? Well, dude, you ask and you shall receive. I did see, yep, second. GC in 2021, Caruso was second at the GC at the Giro d'Italia, and that's the same year he won the Tour of Sicily. So he was hot that year. He was on fire. Yeah, this guy's been around forever. Like BMC Racing? Are you kidding me? Leaky Gas. I think we've looked at him earlier. He was on Leaky Gas guy. That's how long he's been around. Insane. Oh, okay. Looking at a Burgos BH rider here. Not sure if that was a mechanical. Attacks coming out of the front of the peloton now. So now there's other guys going, hey man, we can still go. Maybe get on a podium. Get some TV time. This might be a Kern rider, I believe. It's green. We're in the shadows here of the forest now. It's a very sheltered climb. It's not a wide open climb at all. To me, guys, if I was to translate it to some part of the world, it's like very forested here. It looks like a climb you would do in Canada, maybe like in the northwest of the States. I was going to say California first, but I think the Californian climbs are more open. It's a lot drier. We do have a Bahrain rider attacking here, Kern rider, and an EF rider. 3 riders off the front. We'll get some names on them right away. Okay, so there was a crash by a BH rider, and then they are talking about the Equipo Kern farmer rider going. There's 2 other riders with him. And in fact, the Kern rider has been dropped out of this 3-rider breakaway. Bahrain's going. The EF rider will probably slowly crack, I would imagine, too. Peloton coming around the corner. Yeah, they're flying, guys. They are flying. Here's our finish line. Take a look at that. First, that Damiano Caruso. Second place, 2 Robbies and Ben. Third position on the group here, that is Romo, Zukowski, and Warboss. So Nicholas Zukowski there is riding with one of the most seasoned guys at the races, 35 years old. Been with the World Tour for 13 years, Larry Warboss. 2 years at a Continental platoon, Aqua Blue Sport. And Caruso, guys, he's like going hard to win. Taking risks on the corner. It's actually a pretty technical descent here. Some pretty wicked switchbacks coming up. This is where I need Bike Terror, guys. Need Bike Terror for this. I used to go and watch a couple friends riding local semi-pro races back in the day. Very cool to know someone who's in the mix. Yeah, totally, dudes. I feel like I'm a celebrity now. Man, I know famous people. Hey, guys, the chat here, we all know famous people. We all know Nicholas Zukowski here. Yeah, it is cool to have that little inside, isn't it? Robbie saying, I don't know. I think this last climb will sort things out. I don't even know what time it is, guys. Right now. Okay, so that's a few minutes ago. Yeah, Maurice here. Gets to practice with Pidcock. They are neighbors in Andorra. Wow, that's so cool. That is so cool. Q36.5 back here. I'd love to know what else Nicholas is doing for the season. He doesn't have any races showing up in his program yet here on Pro Cycling Stats. But yeah, that is awesome. So he's a neighbor to Tom Pidcock in Andorra. Tom is riding La Vuelta, guys. So we're going to see. All the teams haven't been filled out yet. I check every day. I look to see more riders being added to the rosters. Okay, this rider here, this Bahrain Victorious guy. So this dude we're looking at here, he was 3rd on day 1. This dude was 3rd on day 1. Yep, here we go, folks. My memory is locked in tight today, folks. Up to Burgos Castillo, he got 3rd place on day 1. So he's on the attack out of the peloton right now. He's 159th down overall in 18th position. So maybe he's thinking he can pick up a few seconds. This gives him a chance to move up as the big players aren't chasing that hard right now. 6 kilometers to go for Damiano Caruso here. Following that lead motorbike, that's always my thing. I was like, how do they know exactly where to go? What if you lose track of the motorbike for a second? You take the wrong corner. I'm sure it happens. No one's getting caught here, guys. These guys are gone. They are gone. Okay, I'm going to bounce down here a bit, guys. Yeah, Maurice and Tom Pidcock. Great descender. Probably like World Tour level, probably the absolute very best descender. Robert here saying, Wiki tells me that Nick spent a year in the Canadian National Champ jersey. Must have been wild, heady stuff. To Ruben, yeah, on his day, he can be very strong. I think we're talking about Damiano here. Mexicanozan, who is in Tokyo, Japan, but is from the Cabos region, near Pueblo Bonito, he said earlier. Let's go Del Toro. Tomorrow's going to be a huge day for the GC guys. That last climb is an above category climb. Last solo winners. 2025, Leo Bissot yesterday. 2024, Sepp Kuss. 2022, Santiago Buitrago. They're talking about the solo length too, how far they went solo by themselves. Daniel Caruso is probably going to take the record now, guys. He's got a big gap. So we're talking the time gap solo break was 9 seconds is what Leo Bissot had. Right now, Daniel Caruso's got a 1 minute 20-second lead over the Chasers. Okay. Ooh, what's Maurice telling me here? He says scoop Vuelta. Ooh, so is Nicholas going to La Vuelta? Dude, I hope he is. I really hope he is. Like, I'm just looking at his thing here, and it says no races on the program, but I see that a lot. They're probably looking at his form right now. Like, it's races like today. Hey, Nicholas, I'm your coach. I'm your DS for your team, whatever his name is. I'm pretending I'm him. Dude, impress me. Impress me. You want to get on the Vuelta? You want to get on the Vuelta roster? Impress me. And boom, he's doing it. Shaka Khan, Gadoosh, guys. Nicholas is doing it. Man, I hope he makes the La Vuelta team. I really do. So yeah, a lot of teams will keep those rosters really kind of... We're not telling you yet. I mean, UAE and Visma Lisa Bike, they have all their riders showing up already. There's teams that don't have one rider yet. Still probably figuring it out. Other races going on too. So, yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, guys. 3.2 kilometers to go, guys. I'm going to just start watching the video more here now. 3-minute gap. I can't believe the break stayed away. See, guys, there is a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. Damiano Caruso for the win, guys, right here. We're going to slide on over a little bit, watch this camera more here. I'm watching the same feed that Maurice Zukowski's watching his son at. Peloton's really, really strong out here, guys. Back at the Peloton, we got a team. Pulte Visit Malta rider back here. Lidl Treks there too. They are flying here. 3 kilometers out. Damiano Caruso here. 37 years old is going for the win. They are going to absorb all the time bonuses. 10, 6, and 4 time bonus. So that won't have any effect. At the front here right now, it's 22 and 26 seconds. That's kind of our numbers we're looking at. We got Pellizzari at 22. Bissot is leading the way. And then we got Del Toro, Fortunato at 26 seconds. So I don't imagine there being any gaps. So it's going to remain the same after today. We're just going to see a different stage winner today. Oh, wow. Here is an incredible stat, which is kind of a sad one almost. Which competitors are waiting the longest for a new professional victory? Larry Warbass has not had a victory in 8 years. Julian Bernard has not had a victory in 5 years. So that's how hard it is to win a stage, guys. That's how hard it is to get a victory at World Tour level. So awesome here for Damiano Caruso. Okay, dude. Awesome. Mexicanos in here. Dude, my house is by Pueblo Pinedo Pacifica, I guess, on the Pacific side where ATVs go for sunset cruises behind Pedregal. Dude, I was there 2 years ago, I think I was there. Dude, I mostly stay... I really like it's not a smaller resort, but I love staying right on Medano. So there's Villa del Palmar, there's Estancia, and there's Arco. It's kind of the first place I ever went to in Los Cabos. I stayed at Villa del Palmar. It's a very family-oriented place. It's not the fanciest, but they have the best. They have great food, great pool. Actually, their pool's not even that good, but it's just a great, perfect view of the arches. It's very laid back. I've stayed at Riu Palace. I've stayed in San Jose del Cabo a couple times. I think there's a Solaris there. 900 meters to go, guys. Let's get back to the race. So Damiano Caruso, solo victory here, guys. I am seeing the second group now has Larry Warbass in it, so I got to assume that maybe Nick is in this group too. There were 3 off the front, the 2 Ruiz and Ben, and now Larry Warbass has joined them. The other 2 riders have disappeared. I don't know where they are right now. They're only showing Damiano in first, then a group of 4 in second. There should be 2 other riders here. Either they're just not showing up, they haven't been identified, or they've just fallen back a little bit. Damiano Caruso here. He's under the final kilometer, guys. 900 meters to go, still working hard. And guys, he's rocking and rolling. You know when you're holding the hoods on your bike and you've got your butt planted on the seat and you're kind of like actually rocking your bike? You can see his bike doing this on the road. He's putting so much power into these pedals. He's already smiling, this guy. Smiling at the camera right now. Looking back. He knows he has it. Left-hand corner here coming into town. Already seeing some of the cars parked. High-fiving people out on the course here. Love it. Barricades are up. Fans are showing up now, clapping. I think they're shocked to see him here so early. Some people are just running up to the barricades now. A little bit of an uphill at the end here. We're going to stick right here on the camera, guys. I'm going to follow this all the way now. Dude, yeah, Mexicanosan. Dude, I know roughly where you live then. Roughly. Disney had it right. It's a small world after all. Totally. Dude, and my favorite place to go, like me and Joey Jojo's 15th anniversary is coming up in October. Damiano Crusoe for the win, guys. Let's see, start seeing the town counts. Average speed, 45.6 kilometers an hour for that race with all that climbing. Guys, jump on your bike today and try to pedal 30 kilometers an hour. See how long you last. Inside, I can do that for quite a while on a flat course. Outside, it's really hard. The road surface slows you down. Robert, great work today, Colin. Thank you for hosting, smashing the thumbs up button. I'm like, yeah, everyone, if you're here, you're brand new, just hit the like button quickly. I know there's very little coverage of this race. I might be the only English-speaking person that's doing this that's not mainstream. But what I do here is different. Damiano Crusoe having a big glug of water here. Getting his drink in. There's no one there yet, folks. So it's still just showing a group of 4 coming. So there's 2 riders we don't see there. We don't see Nick right now, and there's one other rider whose name I can't remember. Who was the other rider there? Wow, Damiano Crusoe, that's only his 8th career pro win. Okay, 4 riders coming in. Yep, so there is going to split. There's 2 riders at the back. That'll include Nick and the one other rider. 4 riders coming to the finish right now. 2 Ruiz, Ben and Larry Warboss here. The EF riders going up front. That's Rui Costa leading the way in right now. These guys are sprinting like this is for stage 21 of the Champs-Élysées at the Tour de France. EF rider just holding it. Just barely held off, I think, Rui Oliveira. Next in. Okay, I'm trying to figure out who this is. I think we're going to have Nick and the other rider come in solo here. Just trying to see here. Yeah, Rui Oliveira got 3rd place. Rui Costa 2nd place. This is the Movistar rider, so it looks like Nick will be coming in 7th place. Yeah. Okay, this is the Movistar rider coming in next. This will be for 6th place, I believe. Yeah, 6th place. And now we wait. And I'm hoping Nick is coming right away here. I just hope we've lost his transponder for a little bit, guys. Because all I'm seeing now is the Peloton. We're looking for Nick's finish here now. He was well up there with him. The only thing I can think is that they said, hey, man, sit up. Who knows what's coming from the car. I hope they didn't do that. They should have let him just go. The Peloton's under 1 kilometer right now. We'll get some preliminary results here right away, guys. Race time was just over 3 minutes, probably like 3 hours and 35 minutes. Okay, this is a good one here. Yeah, please like if you can. Curtis Odom here. Note, in Spanish, Mexican, yeah, Isaac is pronounced Isaac. Isaac. Okay, got it, dude. Isaac. Dude, I'll do my best to remember those pronunciations. Isaac. 64 watching dudes, thanks for being here. Hard left into town here, guys. I'm still looking to see where Nick is right now, so I did not see him cross the finish line. I think I am seeing a Q36.5 rider leading the group in right now. So maybe he could have been, yeah, hard to say. Nice chat. Maurice Zukowski, dude, thanks for dropping that at the end there. I love that last comment. Nice chat. See you at La Vuelta. Dude, I know exactly what you're saying now. Cha-ching gadoosh. Congrats to your son, man. I still don't know where Nick finished today, but let's check out the preliminary results here. We're going to see some flash on screen here. I'm going to be looking over here. I'll monitor the chat for a little bit, guys. And I want to see where Nick finished. That's my number one thing. We know Damiano Crusoe won. Great. Where did Nick finish? Nick should be in 7th place, but I didn't see him. We did not see him finish yet. So Isaac for Isaac Del Toro. Yeah, tomorrow, guys, is going to be an absolute banger. So what I'm going to do right now, guys, let's look at tomorrow. Okay, so I think Nick was either caught or went back. I wonder if Nick had a mechanical, because he had a huge gap there. Because he's not showing up there. Oh, it was Javier Romo. That's who it was from Movistar. That's who we're tomorrow. Let's look at tomorrow's stage quickly, guys. 2025. This is the big one tomorrow. Tomorrow's the Queen stage, guy. Last stage here of the race. Dudes, I'm so glad I decided to do this race. Take a look at this. We're heading north up into the Cantabrians, I believe. That mountain range across the top part of Spain. Basque country is called the Cantabrians. And we got a category 3 early on. 5 kilometers at 4%. We have another climb, 3.3 kilometers at 5%. We have a sprint point, which will be for time bonuses. And then it's a long climb. That category 1, it's 3.3 kilometers at almost 10%, but there's a ton of climbing before it. From the sprint point on, we're climbing all the way. We drop down hard quick, and then we take on Lagunas de Nelia. Lagunas de Nelia. And that's an HC, guys. That's an Especial. So we're taking that on tomorrow. Don't miss that one. There's going to be absolute bombs going off on that final climb. I think some of the riders that are further back might try to take off on the Cat 1 and try to escape. We can see that happening too. What an awesome stage. I think that was a lot of fun. Mexicano's okay, Migo, I'm going to sleep. See you tomorrow. Hasta mañana, brother. Thank you for the good time. Dude, thanks for finding me, and I hope you follow along for La Vuelta. I do this every day now. I've committed to this full time. I hope Isaac Del Toro can win tomorrow. Dude, he can absolutely win tomorrow. He's absolutely on fire right now. To me, he is the future of UAE. Pogacar, I don't know how much longer he's got left in him, to be honest. You know, I think mentally he's kind of like, yeah, I'm kind of done with this. There's been other sports where the superstars have stepped away early. Like, yeah, I'm done. Just mentally kind of finished with it. Let me see the time, guys, here for me. This is actually probably a perfect time. Okay, guys, so I'm going to jump here. Thank you for joining me. We've been going for 3 hours, which seems like a short stream to me. I'm probably going to whip into town right now and get my other stuff done so I can get on my bike. I'll get prepped up for tomorrow, and hopefully we have another great stream. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you again real soon.